So, good evening, good evening. We are back again. Smash the likes ASAP. 100 likes already, bless. But there is 400 people in here. Make sure you are subbing to Jez and make sure you are subbing to Matty and following Kenny Ken 1972. Static, I see you in the chat. If you get their links, I'd appreciate it, my friend. And yeah, get your comments in. Get your super chats in, guys. And maybe I should start doing my my rival watch-alongs on this channel, because I mean that seems to be all the craze now. Do you know what I'm saying? Obviously, AFTV obviously struggling because they did a watch-along on DR Sports and on AFTV at the same time for the United game. What's that all about? And only read out super chats. So get your super chats in, otherwise I'm not reading your comments out, lads. But anyway, after yet another shit show at the weekend and not getting the job done, the fallout's been pathetic. Oh, the referee. We're going to go through everything. Trossard's had a bid rejected from Al Ittihad, I think it was, around Nasir, one of the clubs in Saudi. Their window shuts this evening. Marino's out for 2 months. And we're effed. Jez, happy Monday, mate. How are you?
I'm all good, man. I'm all good. Yeah. It's been an interesting weekend. Let's be honest. You know, it's one of them, man. One of them. But yeah. Unfortunately, on Friday, I had a phone call from my doctor. Told me I've got to cut down my drinking. Oh dear, that's not a good outlet for me. Ooh. But we're going to get into this, and yeah, we're going to dissect what exactly happened at the weekend and what happened yesterday as well, because it's going to be interesting. But as always, mate, thanks for having me on, and I'm looking forward to this show.
No, appreciate it, mate. Let's go to Kenny first. Kenny, you was at the game.
Yes.
And Kenny, I always get the ump when you go to games and don't see us play well, innit? Because it's like it just jars me. It just jars me, man. It's like I'm sat in my gaff. You're getting out of your bed and going all the way there. And it's like it winds me up. But
hey, don't feel bad for me. I saw everything, and I saw the good thing about being a grand. You can actually tell the truth, and you can actually get the how the game's going on. Look at the referee. And Brighton played the referee better than us. I think a lot of our fans are trying to get a name for themselves. Because I was right in front of the incident, and I will talk about it at that time. And I know what I saw. I'm not going to be sheep like a lot of fans and go, infamy, infamy, infamy. The fact is, one thing they got right, the referee was giving us nothing. But all I've got to say to a lot of Arsenal fans, people in the chat, and fans who definitely watch the channel, even rival fans or people who think that I've got nothing to say about the Arsenal, all I've got to say to you, get used to it. Referees are going to give us nothing. They're on to us this season. They're on to every one of our players, and every misdemeanor we've done previously that we got away with, we'll not be getting away with now. That goes for the manager. We've touchline and kicks. You notice that he doesn't say much this season. Then it goes for all the Gabbies. It goes for Declan Rice. It goes for Saka. Goes for Odegaard, it goes for Martinelli, for Trossard, all the players who think they're going to get things to referees, get used to it. And basically put your jackets on, put your helmets on, because we've got a humdinger match at the White Hart Lane Stadium, Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Because if you think we've got nothing on Saturday, you wait. We're going to get nothing there.
Yeah, we'll get into that game as well. We'll get into the game yesterday. We'll talk about Man City as well, because I want to talk about City as well at some point. Matt with a 12K camera, man. Matt is looking crisp. What are you saying, mate? Happy Monday.
Hey, happy Monday, man. Happy Labor Day to everybody here in the States. I want to back up what Kenny just said. Do people forget? So we Arsenal fans have a very, very short memory. Do people forget how Arteta went after the officials after that Newcastle game last year?
Yeah.
Do people forget that? Do people forget that? Do you think that they have not pegged him down as somebody that we're not doing anything for him this year? But that's beside the point. We'll get into that in a little bit. Great. I watched a lot of football this past weekend. I watched a lot of players that I was saying that they were out there on the market. Why didn't we get them? I mean, I watched a lot of football this weekend. This is one of the rare weekends where I can sit around the house and did absolutely nothing. I watched Barcelona. Lee, did you see that Barcelona display on Saturday? Did you see that? Did you see
What
that
phase is
Saturday?
he in? 4 wins out of 4, 13 goals conceded, 13 goals scored.
7 goals. Barcelona. I watched the Girona game. I watched Juve yesterday. I watched Roma. I watched a lot of football this past weekend, man. And I can just tell you this: I watched Holland. Do his thing the other day, and I'm here to tell you, boy, it's gonna be a long, hard season. Get ready, Lee. Get ready. Get ready.
Yeah, it is what it is. Listen, if I cut out at any point, it's my internet's faffed. It's not working today for some reason, so I'm streaming off my 5G on my phone. So if it cuts out, then I will be back at some point. But obviously I keep the lads locked in anyway. But yeah, run through these likes. There's 600 inside people. Let's save the Arsenal stuff for a bit. Yeah, you just mentioned about Haaland, right? And I know he's different to every other striker on the planet because listen, he could have 3 touches in a game, and he could score twice. I mean, there's no other player on the planet that can do that. Yeah, but at the end of the day, when I'm seeing Ivan Toney, we all sat there saying, why don't we get Ivan Toney? And when we're seeing him going out to Saudi for 40 million, like, yes, I know he's gone 20 times his money in terms of his wage. He's on 400 grand and he was on 20 at Brentford. He would have quite happily, in my opinion, gone to Arsenal for about 200 a week, probably less than that. It would have cost 40 million. He lives around the corner and he bags goals. Why did nobody bid for him? That makes no sense to me. Like, why did we not go in for him? Why are we sitting there poncing around for 6 weeks signing Mikel Merino? Yeah, obviously, yes, we didn't realize he was going to get injured in training. But you have to ask yourself the question, what the fuck are we doing in training? Yeah, because the amount of times our players get injured in training is ridiculous. Tommy Asu, yeah, he's out, injured in training. Smith Rowe, I think it was, injured him. Parting shot, bye-bye, I'm now going to Fulham. Yeah, Mikel Merino, Gabby fell on top of him. Yeah, the same as Smith Rowe fell on top of Tommy. Last season, Smith Rowe got injured. I think that was Gabby as well. Yeah, injured him in training. Then when you look at it, you've got other players that have left this summer. Elise, Paulinho, yeah, other defenders that have left. Like Anderson's gone to Fulham from Palace. Eze, you could have gone and got him. His release clause went up after a certain time. We could have gone and got him. Now Declan Rice has got himself sent off, and I don't give a shit what anyone tells me. Yeah, I thought it was harsh. Yeah, I thought it was harsh, but I'm not one to sit here and cry about referees all the time. We know they're crap for everybody. Yeah, we see it every season. So let's not rely on referees to help us. Yeah, we should be helping ourselves. And if 29 bagged that chance when he went clean through, nobody would be calling the ref out. Yeah, so why is it that when we're sat here on the first game after the transfer window ends, having signed Raheem Sterling as our marquee signing, everyone's just happy again? Everyone's happy because any of you jump in at any point. If we had sat here on this podcast on the final day of last season, yeah, and said, right, our summer window is going to look like this. We're going to get Raheem Sterling on deadline day. We're going to go and sign Calafiori. Everyone will be like, who? Because nobody was watching Bologna, mate. Let's just be real with it. Right? We're going to go and sign Mikel Merino, and we're going to go and sign Norbert Neto from Bournemouth on loan. They would have said, these 4 ain't got a clue what they're talking about. Get the men in white coats to come and get them. Yeah, get the padded cells ready. This lot are negative and toxic. This is a joke. And here we are, fast forward 3 months, having spent 19 million quid net spent this summer. And we're supposed to believe we can overtake Man City. It's a fucking disgrace.
And we got 8 on 4 fronts. So that tells me, sorry, Matty.
Go ahead, Jim.
That tells me that the FA Cup's going to go in the bin again. The Carrier Bag Cup's going to go in the bin again. I mean, anybody who's sitting out there, right, and I've seen a lot of it this weekend, a lot of people, I'm not going to use the word, but these supposed top gooners, right?
Top gobblers.
They actually know what they're talking about. I mean, be happy. There's one woman, right? We know who we're talking about, Highbury squad, right? Be happy we made a profit on players. And that
does that go in our pockets?
Yeah, but where's my share then? Where is it then? Yeah.
Well, we're a family, Jez. So maybe if we all email Arsenal and ask for a cut of it, they'll put it in our banks. Maybe Kenny will get a little discount on his season ticket. Like they'll send him some money back, a little concession and that. Do you know what I mean? We're a family.
Give him a pair of Arsenal stocks.
That's going to win us a trophy. That's
Kenny's got a dog. Kenny's got a dog. They can maybe send him a little winter jacket for the dog.
I'll get that anyway. Every season, because I've made up a lot of points. Even before I accumulated more points, before I did the point system, I get everything. I'll get end of season books. I get caps. I get key rings. I get woolly hats. I get a lot. Anything.
Do you get to see any trophy wins? Oh no, we don't, do we?
Well, yeah, that's the thing. But I think the situation is that I'm never surprised with our business. I wasn't surprised with this transfer window. I was saying it in the group chats, and I was even mentioning it even before the season ended, that this summer window is going to be very, very disappointing. That it was always going to be about getting players out the door because of the money we spent. I'm not making excuses for PSR, but again, just shows you one thing. We haven't got that many assets. We haven't got that many good players to get rid of. And it showed this season. And also it showed a lot of things as well, is that our mindset is miles away from the mindset of the manager and the transfer committee. You look at the players that we went for. You know, we're talking about this striker. Everyone seems to be talking about it. But he went for Sesko, a player called Sesko. Now, I saw bits of him in Euros. Can't really, age much from that. But that's a player that we seem to be actually going for. So all these talks about Osman, Ivan Toney and for Gyökeres, I couldn't understand it, because if the club really wanted to go for these players, then we would have got them. It's no good listening to Romano. If Romano had any proper information for the club, he would have said something. The club actually wanted Marino, so we went and got him. The club actually wanted Calafiori, so that's when we got him. And that seems to be the theme of the football club. Mikel Arteta seems to have a specific, like an idea of what his striker should be. Like we assume that a striker is someone who can put the ball in there on a consistent basis.
We've not bought a striker since Aubameyang.
Well, that's the thing. It wasn't me. Yeah, but who bought Aubameyang? It wasn't Mikel Arteta. It was Arsene Wenger.
Arsene Wenger's last signing for the club.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but that's it. But if you look at the theme of the players we've got under this manager, he seems to be goals shared around a team, and he seems to be happy with that. Whenever he's asked about a striker, his first answer was, "Oh, we've got." He'll point to last season, the amount of goals we saw last season, and then he'll point up to the fact that there's goals being shared around the team. He says that we got very good strikers. Well, you sold one of them to Crystal Palace, so where's the other one? The other one that we bought from Man City. If you call him a striker, then fine. Then I'll just say that Elvis is back from the dead. Then and that Elvis is alive. That he never died. If you think that's a striker, but. And then we have a situation where he's now trying to convert Kai Havertz to a false number 9, which is going all right. It's going well. But again, you mentioned Erling Haaland. I'm tired of mentioning him in every podcast I'm on since the start of the season. But once again, the lad goes and scores a hat-trick. Once again, you look at the stats, 68 games, 70 goals.
Kenny, we paid for that. We
supplied them 80 million quid for the politician, and the Bolivian, who admits that he can't score goals. And we said, "Here you go, you have that. You can go and get Haaland with that." But with Chelsea, we gave him money for the German giraffe, and that funded Cole Palmer, and Jackson. Yeah, not that I rate Jackson, but he's better than any striker we have, because we don't have one. And then this summer, we've gone, I would take Raheem Sterling off your hands while they're going and getting James Sancho.
Thing is, Lee, Raheem Sterling's a different one. It's a different one. And that's all down to, I'm afraid, our two wingers, the two players that occupy that position on the left-hand side. Whether we like it or not, Martinelli's regressed. People were saying that he's regressed because there's no Granit Xhaka to play on that left-hand side of the line. He hasn't got Zinchenko, to help him invert so he can go in those little spaces, and he hasn't got Jesus to do the work off the ball. Either way, whatever reasons you give, he's digressed. And you've got a problem. You've got an interesting one with Trossard. Despite what we like about Trossard, the fact that he scores goals more direct, we probably feel he has better footballing ability than Martinelli. He's got no pace. He started again this weekend. He dropped the ball. It's very interesting that the Saudis made a bid for Trossard. Why would they have the audacity to make a bid for Trossard? And think that they're going to that Arsenal will say yes. What's going on behind the scenes? Is Trossard pushing for a move? Is he unhappy with his game time? Is he unhappy being understanding Martinelli? Because it's very interesting that at the 11th hour they made that bid. Watch this space, guys. Watch this space, because I'm not sure that Trossard's relationship with Arteta is as harmonious as we'd like. Hence the fact Sterling's here. So which means Sterling's going to play a lot more games than you think.
He's playing the North London Derby. Just get ready. He's starting in that game when we come back off the break. He's not on international break, so he's not playing there.
Get his fitness up to speed.
Yep. He's going to be starting in that position when we play Tottenham in a couple of weeks at the North London.
Let's be real with it. Kenny said for a while, we've been trying to, this manager's been trying to replace Martinelli since he got here. He went from Mudryk, he ended up with Trossard. He's now gone in for Sterling, and got Sterling. Yeah, Martinelli's days are numbered at this football club, and so are Trossard's.
Oh, without a shadow of that, no matter how much a lot of the fans accuse me of Martinelli slander and that I've got it in for Martinelli, you should look a bit closer to home. The manager you worship is the one who's dent Martinelli's confidence. I was accused of having a dig about Aaron Ramsdale. Well, look close to home. The manager you worship is the one who finished Aaron Ramsdale as a big-time player and put him back to what he believes, not me, he believes is Aaron Ramsdale's level.
And he's the reason that we didn't get 35+ million for him, because the way he handled that situation.
Yeah, definitely. But you look at Newcastle, you look at Aaron Ramsdale, top goalkeeper to a lot of our fans. Well, Liverpool didn't come for him.
None of the big dogs.
Chelsea never came in for him, and they bought about 8 goalkeepers this summer.
Newly promoted Southampton came in for him. Not even Bournemouth wanted him back. No, I'm not digging him out.
And the only other club that wanted him was Wolves.
He's level.
And Ajax wanted him on loan. That's it. They're the only 3 clubs that wanted him. Yeah, and this is the same thing with the other of our players. Smith Rowe, the only club that came in for him, was Fulham. The only clubs that came in for Eddie, Marseille, cool. Yeah, big club, same as Ajax for Ramsdale. Yeah, but they didn't want to pay the money. Yeah, and then the other clubs that were in for Eddie, Bournemouth and Fulham, Bournemouth and Crystal Palace. Oh, and Forest. Yeah, Forest, cool. Yeah, ex-massive club. They're not as big now, but obviously they have European pedigree.
What, Nelson? Nelson.
Yeah.
Right, Nelson.
And then with Reece Nelson, the only clubs that came in for him were Leicester, Ipswich and Fulham. So when people sit there and hype up the fixed bench, how comes none of the big clubs wanted him? How comes they never wanted any of our fixed bench?
We're protecting the value, Lee. That's what they said. We were protecting the value.
It's ridiculous. And the thing that winds me up with it is, it's like, I look at our bench at the weekend. That is a fucking embarrassment. All of a sudden, Skelly's back on the bench. Why? Because we've got a couple of injuries. So now Skelly gets sat on the bench. Did anyone genuinely think he was getting a game? Did anyone think, and worry he was going to get on the pitch? Did anyone genuinely believe that? We've got Jorginho sat on the bench. Like, what are we doing here? Yeah, the goalkeeper, Setford, the other goalkeeper we bought this summer, was sat on the bench as our number 2 at the weekend. I guarantee he ain't on the bench going forward because we signed Norbert. Yeah, so that bench at the weekend had 3 or 4 players from the academy sat on the bench, which is cool, great, fantastic. It looks good. Oh, look, he's put a load of academy players on there. None of them were getting a game. Is there any reason that we only made 1 sub at the weekend? That was Martinelli. Yeah, only sub we made.
Jez called it last week, man. Was it last week or the week before last? He said the team is weaker. The bench is weaker now than it was last year. He just prophesied again. I heard the prophecy. He's throwing them cups in the bin again because we ain't got a team that can compete. We don't have a team that can compete on all fronts this year. We don't have it. I'm sorry. We don't have it. We do not have it. They have left us short again this year. And it is an absolute disgrace. And it has really bothered me, Lee, the entire weekend, that we had a chance to go out here and do something this year in the transfer market based off of what we've seen for the past 2 years, and we have wasted an opportunity to go out and do what we need to do. I'm waking up this morning. Victor Osimhen is going to Saudi on loan. Now, whether you rate him,
Galatasaray.
Excuse me, Galatasaray. Pardon me. I'm sorry, but whether you rate him or not, he's on loan.
Yeah,
they go get him on loan. We're not even sniffing at the door of a lot of this stuff. We're not even trying. All we're trying to do this year is maintain 4th place. That's all
Thanks.
It looks like. I think. Yeah. Sorry. It looks like it, but I think we got a bit of conundrum here. A massive conundrum with the squad in terms of when I look at the buys that he's got. Marino and Calafiori. Again, it shouts at a manager not satisfied with his first team. A lot of fans would say that. A lot of fans will look at the acquisitions of those 2 players and say, "Yeah, we're beefing it up." But I'm not sure that our manager's sure that Rice can play at number 6. That rather have Partey, and he probably sees Rice at number 8. Because when I look at Mourinho, and when I talk about top class number 8s, he's not it. And then when I look at Calafiori, as much as I've become Gabriel Magalhaes has become my pet now, even though he was on the naughty step, I just don't get the impression that he's sure of Gabriel as well. And that is the thing, and why he seems to go for defenders because, and certain midfield because he seems to be dissatisfied with certain parts of the team. So it looks like he's going brick by brick. I wasn't happy with the goalkeeping, so I got Raya. Then I'm going to go for my defence, get Timber, get Zinchenko, get Calafiori, players like that. And then in midfield, I'm going to get a player like Marino. And then once it's all sorted out, I might look at a striker. That's what it looks like to me. He's like he's from the world.
Bit late now, Kenny. I mean, yeah. We're going into the international break, yeah, which I don't think is disgraceful, to be honest. But there we are. We're stuck with it. God help us, mate, if we get a cut of injuries, Arsenal players during that. And also, let's not forget, right? Partey will be off to the AFCON, right? January. And we know every time he goes there, he gets injured.
Is the AFCON this year as well, 2025?
I think it is. I might be wrong in saying that. I might be 26. But sorry?
I said if it's not, it's qualifier, so he's still going to be doing something in January.
So we always know he gets crocked in that. But, hey, we are, and you called it, and Matty's called it, Lee's called it. We're 2 away from capitulation. If we get Rice out, or we get Partey out injured, or we get Saka out injured, we're done, man.
If Odegaard goes down,
you tell me in that squad who's going to replace him.
Well, see, that's an interesting thing that you meant. Both of you mentioned Odegaard. As much as Vieira's left as flat as a pancake, you'd have thought that he was a natural replacement for Odegaard. So why is he allowed on loan? I don't understand that. You would have thought. I mean, is he going to take Kai Havertz and play the number 8 where he never worked for him, or is he going to play Kai Havertz in that sort of heartbeat midfield? If Odegaard gets injured, it doesn't make kind of sense because it's one of those things where I don't know what's going on behind the scenes. But if Vieira has been allowed to go when we need cover for Odegaard, again, it has to be something to do with the manager. Is there a fallout between him and the manager? Has the guy begged to play football?
Can I tell you what it is?
That looks like you're doing a lad a favour by giving basically granting his wish to play football, go on loan to Portugal. But you're thinking, hang on, what about us though? Are you trying to tell me that Marino is going to cover Odegaard? Odegaard's a foul away from being a long-term injury concern. I'll tell you one thing now. Referees are not protecting him. Look what happened at the weekend. Look what Minter did to him.
Yeah.
You know what he did in the Arsenal game? He went up to Kavanagh and he pulled his socks down to his ankle and he showed the referee the stud marks. And you know what the referee did? Walked straight past him as though he wasn't there.
Yeah. But do you know what? Yeah. Do you know what? Yeah. It's not just the fact that he's going to get a bit of harsh treatment this season. Yeah. And listen, he's a decent player, Odegaard. Yeah. So people are going to get stuck in. Yeah, because they know that he can dictate the pace of a game. Yeah, so they are going to try and nullify him. Same with Saka. They know he can score at any point. We know that. We've seen it. He drops the shoulder, bang, whips that bottom left shot. So they are going to come in for a bit of stick this season. But at the same time, yeah, watch on corners this season. Watch on set pieces this season because we're going to get sussed out this season. Yeah, a massive percentage of our goals last season was.
We already have. We already have, Lee. Look at that corner routine against Brighton when Rice. It was a corner on from the left hand side. Rice has put the corner in.
Gabriel at the back stick.
Gabriel at the thing. Yep. And Hingelwood is basically rugby tackling him right in front of the referee. The referee tells him to break it up, and then he tries to make a run again. Someone else goes and gets in on him, and then Benjamin White. The referee had his eye on Benjamin White to see if he's going to nudge people out of the way. So Benjamin White, who causes disruption to goalkeepers and defenders, the two defenders, Saliba and Gabriel, they're not letting them make those runs. We've been worked out already.
Yeah. Let me grab these super chats and I want to go through these fixtures real quick. Big up to Unique. Listen, there's 1,000 people in this. Smash these likes up, guys. And the pinned comment is all of the lads' socials, both the lads' channels and Kenny's Instagram page. Fans saying this is the best squad in 20 years, says you. Yeah, bro. They'll find out real quick this season, mate. That's for sure. Big up to you, bro. Big up off Meta Professor as well. Rice is an idiot for kicking the ball away when he was on a yellow and Arsenal will win him. The ref was harsh, but Rice gave him the opportunity. Totally agree. And the ref didn't stop us from defending one straight ball 50 yards down the middle of the pitch.
Jesus. Nope.
Yeah. Or for 29 missing a one-on-one. Big up to Per Hansen, Per Hansen even. Big up, bro. Like I said, pre-season, the wheels are falling off. You can only sustain the unsustainable for a limited time. Arteta just don't have a plan B. Facts. Question, lad, should we be worried about Timber? Yep, I think he's been awful so far. Yeah, I think he's been awful so far, if I'm honest.
But you know what?
Yeah, I think he's looked all over the place.
You know why? Because he's just not getting up to game speed. He was off a year. This is what we talked about, starting in the summer, is that this guy's got to come back and get adjusted to the league. Same thing Calafiore is going to have to do, by the way. People forget that. And Marino, when he finally is able to get back in the team. This team is not set up this year to be successful. This is just some hodgepodge put together stuff. And Kenny, to answer your question earlier, let's not forget Gabriel was on the way out last season at the beginning of the season. This manager, I told you, he's like a child on Christmas. He'll play with the bike for 5 days, and then when he's through with that bike, he wants a new toy. So then he wants to get something new. But he's getting everything else, but the striker. He's getting every toy but the striker. Yeah, he's tried everything else. He's tried everything but that winger and the striker. This is his doing. This team, everything that you see.
You know what?
I'm gonna stay on this all year long. Everything that we are seeing with this team is his doing. This is 5 years, ladies and gentlemen. 5 years.
You're 100% spot on. The reason why I say spot on because I look at Gabriel and I think he's a high profile mistake away from being dropped for Calafiore. I don't think he has any intention of playing Calafiore as a left back. I think he's looking for Calafiore to play centre half alongside Saliba because he thinks Calafiore is better on the ball and they'll be able to bring the ball out. You know how Van der Ven does it for Tottenham, where he set up Song's goal against Everton. I think he wants. He thinks Calafiore could be able to do that. He's happy with Gabriel. The fact he's man marking. He's happy for him on set pieces, but as we all know, Mikel's obsessed with players on the ball, and I think you're right. I think he'll be a casualty.
Yeah,
because of the left back situation, he still prefers Zinchenko there.
Yeah, let's not forget there's no winter break either this season. Let me just go through these fixtures real quick, right? We've got Spurs away next. Declan Rice is suspended. All right, so if Thomas Partey and Jorginho, one of them get injured in the game, who's playing in midfield for them? Oh, we ain't got a midfielder. Okay, cool. Then we've got Bolton. That's going to get moved, I think.
Yeah,
Then we've got Atalanta away. Then
on.
we've got Man City away. Leicester at home. PSG at home. Southampton at home. Bournemouth away. Shakhtar at home. And here we go, guys. Liverpool at home. Newcastle away. Inter away. Chelsea away. We're dusted by the end of November, mate. Forest at home. Sporting away. We're finished by the end of November. Then West Ham away. Then Man United at home. Yeah, we're done. We're done by then. Done by Christmas, lads.
But you know the situation is. The mentality has to be we got to win those games. That's what we are. We're we still think that the Ball are happy with the top four, but the impression that they're giving to the media, we are seen as second favourites to Man City. So we've got to be able to do it. But what's going to happen is that when we look at those fixtures, I'm just awaiting your menu excuses. They're going to be.
Can you say we're seen as second favourites by the media? We're seen as third favourites for the Champions League that we've never won. Who fucking makes these odds up?
Let me dispel that nicety. We've got no chance.
Who's sat there and decided that Arsenal Football Club, who have won 2 trophies in their entire history in Europe, are third favourites to win the Champions League? When there's multiple teams in there that have a history and a pedigree of winning it.
The thing is, Lee, if you went on Spanish TV, we wouldn't even be near the favourites. If you went on German TV, not near the favourites. You're only going to be looking at people like Carragher, Neville. I'm not saying they did it, but the thing is, and I actually mentioned it before. I mentioned the Spurs on Chris Cowling, where we did on his Tottenham channel, where we did weekend predictions. The problem we have in this country, we think our football is the best. We think our steak and chips is better than everyone else's steak and chips. We don't look at other clubs outside Europe, with the exception of probably Real Madrid, just Real Madrid. Apart from Real Madrid, English clubs, and I want to say Arsenal, Liverpool. People who think Liverpool are going to cook in the tournament will say that as well. We think that the only teams that are going to win the Champions League, Real Madrid and Man City, and after that, it's an English club. So they are.
This is what winds me up. Let me just destroy this mutant as well. Writing the team off already. Yeah, I am. What are you going to do about it? I'm writing the team off already because, mate, unlike you idiots, you mutants, mutantes, yeah, gran mutantes, yeah, right. Unlike you, yeah, right. Man said, I'm not worried at all. We do this every season. We'll see what happens. Yeah, this is the problem.
He's right. We do it every season. We don't do a damn.
Thank you. It's exactly what I was going to say. This is exactly how our season goes because too many people like this have infested our fan base. Right? They go, oh well, the season's only just started. It's early. The season's not won in August. Yeah, and if we're behind, then it'll be we can sign somebody in January. Then when we get to January, it's but don't worry, we're at the top of the table now. Yeah, PSR. Then it'll be judge in May. Then we get to May, and it's Pep 115, all of that bollocks. Then it's let's see what we can do in the summer. We missed a striker, we missed a midfielder, we missed this, we missed that. Then when we don't do it, it's let's see how we get on this season. And here we fucking are 20 years later. Yeah, anyone who's got a problem with what I say on this channel, fuck off and watch AFTV. And if you actually don't want to watch AFTV, yeah, Terry Talks Bollocks is on right now saying Arsenal confirmed robbery. Yeah, and he's sat on with his little boyfriend fucking Henry. So go and watch that shit if you want to. Yeah. So if you don't like what we're saying, yeah, when we actually support this football club, yeah, and have done for over 200 years between us, yeah, then you can fuck off and watch something else. It's as simple as that. Yeah, it's as simple as that. Because I have sick to death of these idiots chatting bollocks. This club has not won anything for 4 years. We've not signed a striker since Aubameyang, and we've signed one right winger since this manager's been here, and he's back on loan in Brazil, where we've got him from when he was free. We paid for him. Yeah. Now we've got rid of our fucking bench players and bought a load of bollocks. Yeah, fuck off. You don't like what I've got to say? Fuck off and watch something else, because I ain't changing until we win something. Yeah, and even when we win something, you better carry on winning.
Therein lies the problem. Therein lies the problem, though, isn't it? They think if they abuse us, have a go at us, we're going to change their minds. If they put pressure on other channels, those other channels want to have us on. They probably.
I don't want to go on anyone's channels. That's why I only work with a few people. I ain't interested in fucking going on their channels.
I think what's happened is that haven't they got the message that surely since this podcast has been going on for about four years, right? Surely that after all the abuse and all the suggestions that we go and support Spurs, all the suggestions that top winners, that surely in the light of all these abuse, we've never wavered from our opinions. We've never wavered for our delivery. We've never wavered from our expectations. Don't you think these lot would just give up? People like Michael Collins, he slags me off every time. He watches Jez's show, he slags me off. He watches this show, he slags me off. He goes, he on Dan's channel, he slags me off. It's like he's my stalker. Mihal!
He is.
Yes, Mihal. Go away. Get a life. I'm not going to change my mind.
Yeah.
All right? I'm minding my own. I've been engaged for well over 45 years. I'm not going to do as you say. I'm going to
facts
call it as I see it, Mihal. So get used to it.
But this is what they do. This is what they do, Kenny, because they want to shut you up. They want to shut you up.
Silence.
Ain't happening, mate.
If other channels don't want me on, I'll find out another channel have me. You won't silence me.
Never going to happen. Never, ever. The thing is, Kenny, I'm with you 1 billion %, man. Right? Nobody will ever change my direction. I did it the other night, and I lost it with a couple of people, and just told them, if you don't like what I say, F off. You don't.
Simple as that.
Watch me. Go and watch. Go and watch the Arsenal sympathy channels. Because at the end of the day, you ain't
and the fans that don't support our club sucking it off every day. Go and watch them.
Yeah, what about them? And then you
go and watch a Spurs fan on his knees for Arsenal and a Man United fan on his knees for Arsenal. Go and watch that.
You know why people like that do it, and they won't be offended if I say it because I only state the facts. I say it once, say it 1,000 times.
Yeah, but this is the problem, Kenny. These people don't like factual information. They like comforting lies.
Well, they're not going to like this fact, but they'll have to put up with it.
Mm-hmm.
You and I know the reason why they're mentioning Arsenal, why they had you on their channels, and why, and
because of fucking box office. That's why.
No, exactly. Arsenal's the payday. It's just like in cricket. Whenever India tour England, that's the payday. If we're in India tour Australia in cricket, that's the payday because they bring all these television rights. So Arsenal winning, where the big channels are Arteta in. If you praise Arsenal and praise Arteta, if you're a rival channel, that's where the money is. Previously, when AFTV was Wenger out, because they had characters who were Wenger out, they were all laughing, calling out Arsenal fans, doing memes on Arsenal fans because it made money. And that's the thing. Arsenal fans are the most out there fans out there.
They're the most fragile fucking fans on the internet.
Well, you know what it is, and I say it, fondly. Everyone sees support Arsenal. Everywhere you go, you can go anywhere in the world, and they're all Arsenal fans. You ask any celebrity, they're all Arsenal fans. So it seems like we've got the biggest fan base in new media because everyone seems to be an Arsenal fan.
Yeah, but that's done by design, mate. Do you think Laura Woods and all these other people that are fucking prominent in the mainstream actually genuinely supported Arsenal as a kid? Because I don't.
No.
It just sounds good, doesn't it? And get you a big following. Because again, if you suck off everything about this football club, you can grow a channel real quick. Yeah, we've seen that with Henry Talks Bollocks all summer. Yeah, suck off the club. Yeah, that you don't support. It's a rival of yours. Yeah, make out that Arsenal is signing every single person. Man said the meltdown's crazy. Bro, it's my channel. I can say what I want on my channel. It's not a meltdown. It's not a meltdown.
Does it get loud views down there?
Yeah, Kenny, he's got a shit ton of views when he's sucking off Arsenal. As soon as he's not, and
I watched the channel last night, right? Young lady, Sophie, lovely little girl, right? And she had on Uncle Fester, right? That guy is the biggest bullshitter out there. She asked him the always £1 million question. Tell me about your most favourite game. Well, of course, it's the 89, of course, right? That guy sat there on her channel and said, I left one of my A-level exams 45 minutes before so I could get the coach up to Anfield. And she said, what, you left 45 minutes? Yeah, because I could always retake the exam in November. Okay, fair enough. I get it. Why would you do that? But I get it. But he got so much wrong about everything about that game.
Mm.
I'm sitting there and I'm like, I'm not sure I can actually watch this for much longer because it was pure and utter bullshit. And he was giving it all the big large, all about this, the coach journey, this, that, and the other. I'm thinking, mate, you are talking absolute arsewipe. You weren't there. And I actually was, I very nearly put a comment in the chat to say, how did you get your ticket then, mate, as you didn't have a season ticket? But I couldn't be asked, Kenny. I just couldn't be asked. I thought, nah, it's not going to get read out probably. So I just thought, nah, I can't be bothered. He never let that game because if he didn't have it, the only people, Kenny, you know this, right? The only people that got on them coaches were if you had a season ticket.
Well, yeah, because I think what the situation was is that was as kind of an if it's an all ticket game, then you could then two things that happened that season. So I remember when I went to North London Derby that season, you had to get there. You had to get to the ticket office at a specific time. Now I don't know if they did that in '89, but you would have thought in 1989, after the fact that the game got moved to the 26th of May, and that it somehow became like basically a shootout for the league. Yeah, season ticket holders would definitely have to get it because there was no internet then.
Nope.
And word of mouth wasn't as quick as an internet or a telephone call, and there weren't no mobiles as well. So, look, I'm not in the business saying, well, someone wasn't there or they haven't been there. All I can say is that in 1989, to get a ticket to an away game, certain grounds you can go at the gate and pay, but if it was like a big all ticket game, you either had to have some sort of membership or was first come first serve. That was what it was like for me when I went to Spurs that season. But I think what it is with a lot of our fans who seems to object to all three of us, and Lee, who's going to come back very shortly, is that they're of the same volition of as a lot of fans. We're only allowed to talk about Arsenal if we're praising them.
Yep.
We're only allowed to mention Arteta if we're saying that he's doing a good job. We're only allowed to talk about Saka if we say that Saka is the best winger in the world. We're only allowed to talk about Martinelli if we think he's elite. We're not allowed to say anything else other than praise for the club, even praise for the chairman sometimes. But if we say anything different, i.e., well, Rice was in the wrong, no, you can't do that. Oh, the manager's not doing a good job, you can't do that. The transfer window was a 4 out of 10. Oh, you can't do that. And they hate the fact, and that. So what happens is that they try to silence us, try to change their minds, or they do what they're doing really well, is that they're making sure that the voice that goes to the public, i.e. on the mainstream, is a voice of positivity.
Kenny, this year, a lot of that patience of these fans will be tested because there's going to be a lot of what we saw on Saturday coming down the pipe. We're going to see a lot more of what we saw this past weekend. This past weekend, I just cruising the YouTube streets and everybody just on about this referee. Oh man, the referee did such a bad. Oh, this, that, and the third. It was clear cut. We had 3 clear cut opportunities to win that game on Saturday.
Definitely.
We do not have what we need to get the job done. And this year, we're going to come up short. We're going to come up short now. I'm telling y'all now, get prepared. We have not done what we need to do. this is an embarrassment. It's really an embarrassment for me for us to sit here 5 years. This is why I keep saying it. I keep hitting that number 5 years, y'all. This ain't year 2, year 3. We sat here last year before last. Everybody was give him time, do this and get. Well, we're at year 5 now, and we're in worse shape than we were 2 years ago. We're in worse shape.
Well, I think the thing that can hurt us really, really badly is that because of Man City's, Man City's mentality and the fact that Man City are the best team in the country, although they weren't at their best in the last 2 seasons, in my opinion, there's no margin for error, and I think that's why their fans have transferred their anger to the referee rather to the fact that we missed chances and that. The manager made some tactical mistakes, even after sending off, where he brought on a defender. He brought on a defender rather than trying to take the game off. By bringing on a defender when we had 10 men, all he did was sit back and allow Brighton to create attacks. For instance, so if you bring on a defender and you don't attend right, that means there's less pressing from the front. And they're able to be attacked. Look at their goal. Look how much time Dunk had to make that pass.
I mean, Kenny, you play football, Jez. You refereed it. We all know when you see a pass like that come from that far back to the front, and it turns the defenders outside in. That means there's going to be a complete colossal failure at the back line. A complete failure at the back line.
Because that's the thing. If you brought an attacking, because what's happening when you're defending. And you bring a defender on, the mentality that you're purveying to your opposition is that we're going to hold this 1-0. And that even the player gets... So basically, you're just saying at 1-0 down with 10 men, you think you're going to be able to do that for 40... you got sent off for the 49th minute. So say there's 41 minutes left. We've got 6 minutes of injury time. So let's say 47 minutes. He's basically handed the initiative to Brighton. Let's get it right. The first half, Brighton had a couple of good, had a chance with Matoma with that left foot, which went wide. We scored a really good goal. But before the goal, it was basically Brighton making themselves difficult to beat, them the ones pressing, them putting cute tackles where they'll go following through, and every tackle they did, every time they went on Saka, they followed through and let them know he was there. The time when Hinshelwood went up with Saka, he made sure that Anar went in because he knew that if it was in a natural position, he'll get away with it. They played the referee, and our players knew that. But rather than because you referee, Jess, rather than think right, this referee's not going to give us anything, but he's going to make a name for himself at the Emirates Stadium at our expense. Don't do anything stupid. What did Rice do? Lost control of the ball, committed the foul against Veltman. They were at it all game. Now, before we talk about the game itself, Declan Rice hasn't looked right since the Euros. No. I think it's burnt.
Since before the Euros. Right,
just before it. But
Aston Villa and Bayern Munich, he was trash.
Yeah, but you look at this season, he's been poor. Now I put it down because maybe I'm too nice. I say it's down to the fact that he's played too much football because he's played every minute of the Euros, hasn't had a pre-season, probably is eager to please because he feels that this is going to be our time to win the league. Came back, in my opinion, too quickly. Played the games off the pace in every game. Off the pace against Wolves. Off the pace against Aston Villa.
Dog walks against Rodgers in Villa.
Yeah, that's it.
Does this man right here? Does this like a stable man to you? Lee, remember we were sitting there watching it. We're watching it.
Yeah.
And what did I tell you? I said this boy is off. I said he needs to be talked to at halftime. He is out of control today. Look at it.
Mate, soon as he did that tackle on the watch along, soon as I think Partey got injured as well. I suspect. Get my words out of it. Got booked as well. We sat there, didn't we, and said one of these is getting sent off today.
Heading home. Somebody's heading home today.
And you said, soon as he did that tackle, you said, yeah, he's out of control. Somebody needs to give him a clip round the back of the ear at half time, you said.
Yeah, he was no way he was even getting that ball. This is why I went and grabbed that screenshot last night because I want y'all to see the look. He knew, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to make a name for myself today. And then he goes out here and does this. And then turn right back around And instead, this is what's getting lost in this whole Declan Rice deal. Instead of walking away, I heard you say it last night. I was listening to you last night, and you said the same thing that I said in a different way. 10 yards is supposed to be regulation anyway.
Exactly.
Walk the freak away. There's no need to even engage. There's no need to even engage in that. Just walk away. The referee, by him cutting the fool and acting an idiot, the referee then has to come over and make a decision. So now you put all of the onus on the referee to make a decision. So he's going to make the decision. It might not be the decision you like, but he's getting ready to make a decision. And what happened? Bang, he's out of there. He's out of there. Doofus. He was a complete Declan Rice was a complete doofus on Saturday, and it cost his team.
And that's the thing. No one wants to address that. Everyone wants to blame the referee. I was talking to my man, Yardman, and me and him were arguing about it. Yardman kept just saying, it's a moving ball, Oh, the referee. I said, Yardman, the guy gave the free kick. Get 10 yards, man.
You still got to get 10 yards. You still got to go get 10 yards anyway. And then you got to whistle what's going on. You know, he see the ball coming. Well, okay, so if the ball, I tell you what, let's play this game then. We want to play this game, let's play it. If the ball is rolling, why the hell he ain't trying to go turn around and go get the ball and go put it back into place somewhere? Instead, what did he do, Lee? What did he do with the ball when it was rolling? What did he do? Kicked it out of bounds.
Kicked it away.
Yep. Kicked it away. What's he expect? And then,
I'll come back to the super chats in a second, lads. I've got
You know the thing is, Jess, you're a referee, right? I've got to ask you, if it's a poised game, it's on TV, you're going to want the game to flow. But if Veltman tries to kick the ball, and he did, and he's caught Rice, basically a kiss. And what I mean is like in snooker where the ball kisses, the cue ball kisses, right? It was basically like a little kiss on his leg. He's gone down trying to get Veltman sent off. If you're the referee right now and you've now got a decision to make, you've got to deal with that situation. So if you have to deal with the accusation against Veltman, you've got to deal with Declan Rice. If he didn't feign injury, I think the referee goes up to him and says, "One more, mate."
If he wasn't trying to be slick, that guy would have got booked. Yeah, and he would have walked away. Yeah. Blah, blah, blah. Because if he weren't trying to be slick, if he hadn't kicked that out of play and he hadn't, even if he was just standing there and the geezer went to kick it and he kicked it, he would have kicked the ball, but he would have followed through and kicked him anyway. Yeah. This is what people are missing. He would have followed through and fucking kicked Rice anyway. Because he would have kicked the ball instead of Rice kicking the ball, but he would have kicked through him anyway. Yeah. So what we're doing here. Yeah. Not only that, why does this fan base hold every fucking club and every other player and every referee more accountable than our own club and players and hierarchy? This club didn't do what was required in the transfer window, and it hasn't done for fucking years. That window is the worst transfer window we've had since there was no one available when we signed Petr Cech. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, why don't they hold 29 accountable for running clean through on goal and hitting the goalkeeper? Why don't they hold 29 accountable? Yeah, for sticking it on, Saka accountable for missing from 6 yards. Why didn't they hold him accountable the other week? Yeah, 29, when we had a counter attack and he completely fucked it up. Do you remember that, mate? When we sat watching that game? Yeah,
Odegaard on Saturday.
Smashing the ball into the moon every game from 6 yards out. What are we doing here? Why do they not hold our club accountable?
This one has gotten lost. This one has gotten lost too. I don't know if anybody's caught this. Let's go to that goal. Do y'all know? Because I went back and watched it last night because I had to get that clip. Do y'all know who's not getting called out over that goal? Thomas Partey. Thomas Partey need his ass whipped for sitting there, for letting that player run by him and then walking back.
That's it.
Back to give up
to Kenny's question there, right? He's talking about that. Right, there's 3 parts to that incident, right? Between Zetman and Rice. And I'm going to be doing a show later on tonight. I'm going to go big detail on this. If you go the strict letter of the law, there was a foul. Veltman, what his bloody name is, he then went to take the ball. The ball was moving. So that's an infringement. right? On a restart of the ball, you cannot kick the ball if it's moving. We all know that. That's basics. He then tapped the ball towards Rice. Rice was stupid in the fact he pushed it away. He didn't kick it away. He just pushed it away. The referee has got no option at all, but, right, to send him off. It's a second yellow. It's classed as dissent. The ball is in play, right? Now, a lot of people were crying and moaning, right, after that game. Well, what about the Brighton player that kicked the ball 30 yards down the park? The ball was out of play.
Okay, so let's go to that João Pedro one, yeah? Let's assume they booked him. How did that affect the game? Yeah, but yeah, okay, cool. He got booked again in the 96th minute, so he would have got a second yellow. The game was fucking done. 96th minute. Literally the last kick of the game, he pretty much got booked. Yeah, so what? How does that affect us winning the game then?
Nobody was bringing that lead. Nobody. The fact that did not even get brought up until 2-3 hours after the game tells you it was a viewpoint. Nobody was bringing that up during the broadcast. We didn't see nobody in the chat. I didn't see anybody in the chat raise hell about, Pedro kicked the ball.
Pedro kicks it away.
Nobody brought it up. Nobody brought it up.
I've seen people today sharing quotes from fucking Micah Richards saying, "Oh, that's the worst decision I've ever seen." Blah blah. How comes he's suddenly an Arsenal fan? Like, well, what are we doing here? Like, shut up. Yeah, the fact and reality is these media companies have latched onto the fact that we have got the most fragile fan base, the mouthiest fan base, and the most active fan base on social media. So get everyone to pretend they're an Arsenal fan, get the odd demon, the odd villain like Roy Keane, that sit there and don't give a shit about being liked. And he'll say it as it is, but all these others are trying to make their way and trying to get gigs left, right, and centre. So, I'm an Arsenal fan. I'm an Arsenal fan. Of course you are, mate. You're everyone's an Arsenal fan in the media, are they? Fucking turn it in, mate. You ain't fooling me. Gary Neville last season got dogs abuse. Sorry, the season before for saying Man City will still win the league. Last season, I think Arsenal will win it. He didn't believe a word of what he was saying, mate. Let's just be real with it. He don't believe anything. I'm so blessed I don't get Sky Sports in Spain. That is the biggest single problem with football in England. That program, that channel. That channel is the biggest problem because they control the money. And if you can control the money, you control the football clubs. How many times, do they change games to 8 o'clock away on a Wednesday at Manchester? Yeah. Why are they changing it to a midweek, 8 p.m.? Do you know how far fucking Manchester is? Do you know how hard that is to get to? When you've got to go up the M1, the M6, the M62. When there's fucking roadworks everywhere. All the way up the M6, and has been for about 10 years. And then you've got to get there. You have to take half a day off work, otherwise you're missing kickoff. And if you're getting a train, you have to leave before the full-time whistle to get to the train station to get the last train back, otherwise you're stranded. They do not give a shit. And the clubs don't give a shit. But then because the clubs get the money, they have to do as they're told. So then what the clubs do is then they get the fucking media, the little brown envelopes, the Football Londons and the Goal.coms and all of that in their back pocket by using them to peddle out bullshit to the masses. When you've got the money in the back pocket and the masses and the media in the back pocket, you can sit there and say, well, we're giving you less games this season and charging you more money, and there's nothing you can do about it.
You made a very interesting point because Oystein was on that riveting overlap show with the fans, and I must say the guy who represented Arsenal just stop talking. You're an embarrassment.
Kenny, he sat there on a podcast or a show the other day, so I see the clip doing the rounds here. He sat there. And he was asked about Nico Williams to Arsenal. This was on the day after deadline day, And he said, this is not PlayStation or Football Manager.
No, I'm not talking about. I'm going to get to Oystein first. But I'm
talking about Oystein. He said this on a podcast the day after.
I'm going to get to Oystein, but there was a lad on there who represented Arsenal. I don't know. He's from some show called Different Knock. And I say to him, mate, just stop talking. Stop representing Arsenal.
Oh, I know who that is. That's the fucking C-Tech Sam Smith who was talking about fucking. Does anyone know the field tilt? That's the guy.
Is that? Yeah. Well, I don't know who he was. All he said, this is what he said. Oh, I'm a bit biased when I was young. So he said, Arsenal's best ever signing, Saliba, in the Premiership era. All right.
Yeah, but Kenny, let me just say this. Sorry to cut you off here. Bless up to everyone watching. Smash the like button, guys. I'll get the super chats in a second. They've told Saeed he's not welcome on the overlap because he's too controversial. This is a guy that goes. They told me before. This is a guy that goes to games week in, week out, goes to every home game. Sometimes does the away trips abroad. Yeah, they've told him he's not welcome on there. Not welcome on there because it's too controversial. So what they do is they go and get people that are just happy clappers. Yeah, they don't pay you to go on there. Yeah, they don't pay you to go on there. Yeah, I know for a fact. Yeah, that there's a particular person. I think he said it. I don't want to say because I can't remember whether he said it online. Yeah, that he said that he ain't going on there anymore unless they pay him. Yeah, and they said, sorry, can't pay you.
They get someone else on. They get
so that's what they do. And they've got a whole army of divs lining up to go on there for free, giving up a whole day off work.
I've dealt with him, but one thing that Oystein said was true. Even though I don't, like delivery, he actually said, they asked him how did he start his career. He said that he was at university, his work experience for an Arsenal fanzine. So he did articles for them, and then he mentioned how he worked his way up, and he worked for the BBC with Athletic, and he actually said on that channel that that his information comes from well-made sources. He either gets his information from someone within the club itself, or a player, or the player itself, or a player's agent, or a relative of the player. He actually mentioned how he gets his information. And it was funny that you mentioned about how they get all his information. It's one of those things where it's all about relationships and building relationships. And they said to him, "Have you ever got anything wrong?" And he went, "No, I've never got anything wrong." So when I asked him,
"What's the most?" This Ornstein.
Yeah, Oystein. But you're going to laugh about this. We said, wow. What's the biggest transfer?
Yeah.
This is what he came out with. Mesut Ozil signed a new contract. So the guy with all these contacts, right, is making out that he's got all these links and all these like I said, favours from the club, and the best he can come out with.
So he actually sat there and said he's never got anything wrong. Well, let me mud him right now, because he got Nicolas Pepe wrong. 13th of July, I landed at Malaga Airport. Yeah, that's how I found out about Fabrizio and who Fabrizio was, because Fabrizio fucking muddied him and said we're signing Nicolas Pepe, and he said no, we ain't. Yeah, well, that then happened. Yeah, another one. Do you remember this one? Do you remember when Wenger refereed at the Vatican? Yeah, England were training at London Colney that day. He put a tweet out, and or was on Sky Sports. I can't remember. He was either on Sky Sports or put a tweet out saying Arsenal's transfer business is done. 1 hour later, Danny Welbeck signed. Yeah, I'll give you another one. Nuri Sahin to Arsenal on loan. Well, still waiting, mate. Yeah, still waiting, mate. Yeah. Still waiting. I'll tell you another one. Arsenal can get Declan Rice for 75 million quid. Why do we pay 100 then? Yeah, I'll give you another one. Yeah, I'll give you a fucking another one. Arsenal kept good relations with Brighton, and they're going back in for Caicedo. Or did we ever go back in for him then? No, we didn't. Yeah, this guy's full of shit. He's on the payroll, mate. Yeah, and he's on the payroll indirectly. I'm not suggesting he gets paid to tweet this shit out, but he'll get the Josh Kroenke interview. Yeah, and he will be able to, when we announce a player, he's allowed to announce the player on his own official Twitter account 1 minute before Arsenal officially announced that player signed for us. Why? Yeah. Why? He don't work for Arsenal. Why is he allowed to officially announce that 1 minute before our fucking football club? Why? Because he's indirectly. Yeah.
And then
he's a fraud, mate.
You look at the window and you go all the way back. Let's just go all the way back through the window. Where did you hear Raheem Sterling's name called at when the season ended?
Yeah.
Where did y'all hear that at? Where did y'all hear that come from? Who was knocking on the door for Raheem Sterling? But no Lee, one. I sat right there last Tuesday night on the phone with you, and I told you, I said, Lee, don't be surprised if Raheem Sterling comes to this team. And you said, what? And I said, yeah. I said he checks every box that Arteta and Edu.
We were sat on the phone and sort of small hours my time, and he said, guaranteed deadline day. This was on Tuesday. He said, guaranteed deadline day with Sam Raheem Sterling. You said that to me, mate.
Don't you remember when Arteta, when they asked Arteta about Raheem Sterling, it was like all I could. Well, I can't repeat the exact words, but if I wanted to talk about the theme of the reply, it was love. It was pure love. He was
dropping the hint right there that we're going to get that deal done. Yeah. Let me just say this real quick. This is how you know. Sorry, Kelly. This is how you know. Yeah, because the way that played out, we was on a show, Matty. Yeah, on deadline day. Yeah, Dow jumped on as well. Right, Northside jumped on as well. Right, we was on that show, yeah, and that deal with Jadon Sancho and that deal with Raheem Sterling, I am convinced they were done either the night before or that morning, because the way Ornstein and the way Fabrizio finessed everybody online that day was a fucking disgrace. Yeah, Arsenal are not going to sign anymore. They're done. They're not signing any more forward players. Blah 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 blah. Yeah. Then this fan base went into meltdown all afternoon. We see all the top gooners, all of the fucking top gooners, the toppest of top gooners were going in meltdown. Then it was Arsenal have stepped up their fucking, they've gone in. Now it's down to the player, blah, blah, blah. And then all of a sudden, bang, it's done. Well, hold on. How is that even possible? Then I'll tell you how I knew this has all been a finesse, yeah? Reece Nelson's deal was announced right at the death that he was going to Fulham. 1 minute or 3 minutes before that, his deal to Ipswich has collapsed. 3 minutes later, well, after we're sitting there going, what the fuck? Reece is still here. 3 minutes later, Fabrizio tweets again, he's gone to Fulham. And I'm supposed to believe this has just happened just like this in seconds.
Hey, bro.
If they were done all day, they played the fan base all day for Sterling and for Reece.
And let's not forget, 30 minutes before that, Nketiah got announced. Because remember, I kept asking you, saying, why is this Nketiah? Why this ain't been done? Why is this not done? This was a charade. And this is why I said
they finessed these fans all summer, mate. Yeah, and that deadline day, they finessed us, mate. Yeah, him and Ornstein, Fabrizio and Ornstein played a game with Arsenal fans and United fans that day to make out that Jadon still could fall through. Yeah, and he could be staying, and Sterling could be staying. Yeah, and Arsenal were signing nobody else. So the fans are in meltdown. Edu and fucking Raheem Sterling and Sancho are probably sat in a bar together, fucking going, look at all the meltdown. Look, they're fucking past the medical.
But hang on it. Didn't you see that the Crystal Palace video? About the woman went, oh, I changed his nappies. You know, the woman who's about Eddie Nketiah goes, where I think
football in England's dusted, mate.
But so it was already done. I think that's the thing. These deals are done. It's when they're announced. You know what I mean?
And I know this is a fact as well, right? Because if you go back and look at my deadline day stream from when the season we signed Tierney that summer. Yeah, I knew Tierney was sat in Sopwell House Hotel 4 hours before Sky Sports said he's en route for a medical. And I was on screen saying, yo, just had a text. Yeah, Kieran Tierney's done and dusted. He's in Sopwell House, past his medical. Yeah, I also called on that same fucking stream. Yeah, that Nicolas Pepe, was shown around the training ground by Lacazette. 2 days later, Lacazette showed him around the training ground video. Announced on Arsenal website, on Arsenal YouTube channel. Yeah. And that source is 30. Right. I know for a fact. Yeah. I know 100%. And I was on the stream the other night, mate, and I text somebody. I said, can you tell me when Reece Nelson to Fulham was done? And he went, it was done yesterday. Yeah. And that person don't support Arsenal, by the way.
Lee, this is like Ivan Toney.
I knew that. I knew what was going on with that deal all summer.
We would never in for him. Arsenal would never at the table with him. Yeah. And then finally come out that he's going to Saudi. They were the only folks in for him.
They were the only club that bid for him all summer. Look, we went in January, made contact with his agent, and offered him about 170 a week. Chelsea offered him about 220. Yeah, and nobody put a bid in for him in January.
Jokeris.
Nobody apart from Al Ali put a bid in for him this summer.
Jokeris.
Nobody.
No bids. Jokeris. Not one bid. Nothing.
Bro, not only that, why are we bidding for a goalkeeper at Espanyol that's got a fucking release clause? It's a release clause for a reason, mate. Why did we bid twice under the release clause by 10 million? The highest bid we had was 20 million plus 5. The release clause was 30. Why are we bidding when he's got a release clause? And then when people come in for our players, why are they trying to nick our players on a free? Why are they trying to get them so cheap? But we're going in bidding for a 30 million euro player. We're bidding 19 million, then 20 million, 22 million, 23. So why can we get away with this fan base saying, oh, well, we got a cheap deal, but nobody's allowed to come and get our players on a cheap deal? Yeah, I'm fucking sick of it. Yeah, we've done 700 million pounds under this manager, and look at the state of our squad.
Yeah, that's
look at the state of it.
Yeah, that's what's got me mad is that.
And that's the thing. That's the thing. Don't let any fan tell you that this man hasn't been backed. Don't let him do it, and then don't let any fan say that he doesn't make decisions. Or whenever anyone tries to, excuse his manager from this debacle, always remember one thing: He's a team manager. He's on that transfer committee with Per Mertesacker, with Josh Kroenke and Edu, and was it Garlic who's now who's taken over?
He's the art boy. Yeah.
Garlic.
Yeah.
So all five of them made an input. They will never give Arteta a player he doesn't want. That's just facts. In terms of, they probably would have told Arteta about the budget and then explained to Arteta, yeah, we've got PSR considerations. But let's not forget, that is a lot of dough, mate. That's a lot of dough for you to get your own players in, shape your squad into the squad we have now. Now, a lot of people praising you and saying, I'm talking Arteta, talking about how the club's changed, talking about how the squad's changed and how they're now the prototype of a team that can win the league, that no one can bully them. The fact is, this season will bust. Now, don't get me wrong, we're not going to get our way if he doesn't succeed. He's still going to be not only will he get a new contract, to another thing as well, we get more money to spend or waste, and he'll still be at the football club because he'll be still at the football club. The problem is, it's only going to come to us a time where this era of competing with Man City isn't going to be sustainable, and we're going to go back to a situation where we don't compete, and he'll be still at the club, still not winning trophies. When are we going to cut the ties and say, you know what, if you don't deliver trophies this season, let's just think, thanks, mate, for what you've done. I'm really grateful for the fact that, you've made us difficult to beat. You've given us a clearer style of play, but we're now going to go in that direction. They won't do that.
That's not going to happen until we
drop out. They won't do that.
When we drop out of the top four, that's when everybody start looking crazy. As long as we're in the top four, everybody's fine. All is good. All is well. They are out here. These fans have been so sucked in by this top four that they're just throwing away trophies. They don't even care about it.
That's what Arsene, innit? We haven't learned from what happened with Arsene. When Arsene was basically a top four manager, we were calling for him to be replaced because we wanted to compete for the league. When we did, we wanted to compete in the league, and we were told, well,
we wanted to compete for everything, Kenny. Let's just have that right.
Yeah. All right, we wanted to compete for everything because he went 9 years without winning a trophy, but we're
halfway there by Christmas, by the way.
Yeah, that's exactly. But we were told, right, that this isn't the case because we can't compete with Man City, the big boys, because we're paying off the stadium, and we haven't got the
another myth.
So we kept Arsene, and then after we fell out of the top four 2 years in a row, then we got rid of him.
Yeah,
is we going to make the same mistake with this guy?
Yeah,
Kenny,
we are.
We're finished. We're dusted, mate. Because I'll tell you something, yeah. Right, after this, I'm going to grab these super chats here. We are 4.5 years deep at Christmas. We can't win a trophy between now and when he got the job in December. Yeah, so it'll be 5 calendar years in December he's had the job. He won a trophy in his first 6 months. Fair play. We all enjoyed that. We were like, cool. Now he can kick on. Well, he never has. Right. The only player that's still at this football club that started that final is Kieran Tierney, and he fucking hates him. And he's still at the club, by the way.
That's even crazier.
Yeah, people go, but he's injured. Well, didn't we sign fucking Cedric injured? Didn't we sign Kim Kallström injured? Didn't we sign Vieira injured with a protective boot on? Right? Didn't we sign so many other players injured, right? And this is my point, yeah? At that 4.5 year stage, Kenny, you've been going for donkey's years, yeah? Well, at that 4.5 year period through Arsenal's 9 year trophy drought, people were weighing each other in the grounds. Wenger in, Wenger out. 4.5 years after no trophy, yeah? What is the difference now at Christmas when he's done 4.5 years with no trophy? What's the difference? The difference is the constant fucking PR for this guy that's won fuck all apart from one FA Cup. He has got 1 trophy out of 18.
Yeah.
1. Imagine we kept Wenger and given him 700 million.
I told you before, I say it again. His European record alone should have him fired.
Olympiacos. Yeah, Villarreal. Against our former manager, he should have been sacked that night, mate. Yeah, who then went on with Villarreal. Do you know what? I've got more subs on this channel than Villarreal have population in their fucking city. And he won them their first trophy. Yeah, and off of the back of that, he qualified for the Champions League and got to the semi-final of it, saying this guy's never going to do, mate. And he knocked out Bayern Munich and slapped up Juve 3-0 away with Francis Coquelin left wing, Juan Foyth right back, Etienne Capoue in midfield. What are we doing here? How comes he didn't need time? Yeah, how comes when people sit there and go, oh, it's a young squad, they need time, they'd all get better together. Okay, how's that working out for Martinelli? Yeah, because I'm looking at a kid at Barcelona who's just turned 17. Yeah, why don't he need time? Because every time I watch him, he's the best player on the pitch. Yeah, I'm looking at Savio whenever he plays, last season and this season. He's just turned 19 or 20 or whatever. Why don't he need time? Why don't Erling Haaland need time? Because he's bagging for fun every week.
Hey, Mason Greenwood, does Mason Greenwood need time?
I sat there, I swear down, I sat there last night, yeah, and I put on Marseille highlights of all 3 of their games. Bro, it is unbelievable, man.
Bro.
Every time he gets the ball, he scares the shit out of him, bro. Left foot, right for that quick
he's not come back here, though. He can't. He's not come back here because.
No, do you know what? Good. The best thing he can do, because he's only 22, you know.
You know what's
the best thing he can do is slap it at Marseille this season. He'll get a big move next season. Fair play to him. Fuck these idiots, man. These woke pricks.
We're going back to the days of where players, especially British players, that really want to do something about themselves, they're gonna go start playing overseas. The hell,
more and more are doing it, man.
Already, they're doing it. I think the thing with the Mason Greenwood thing is that obviously no one's going to cancel me because I've got nothing. They've got nothing.
Well, you ain't getting cancelled on this channel anyway, Kenny, because we have.
We're all cancelling. The thing with the Mason Greenwood thing is that his girlfriend started a train wreck of events. That ever since she started that train wreck of events, she's done everything to try and stop that train. And getting back with him, having a baby with him, moving to Spain with him, getting moving to France with him, and that train wreck just won't stop. You can't repair the damage. That genie is out of the bottle the minute the video went up.
Let me just rectify this, and I want to get the super chats. Yeah, prove it. All you see was a couple of pictures of her that she posted. Prove he did that. You can't. Yeah, number two. Let me just say as well. Number 2. Yeah, we all heard 45 seconds to a minute of a 5-minute voice clip. Yeah, how do you know it weren't role play? How do we fucking know?
The thing is, Lee, even
I'm not saying he didn't do it because I think he did do it. However, we can't prove it.
We're not talking about we're not talking about the situation of whether he did it or not. What we're talking about was that he's been cancelled and that his girlfriend.
Yeah, but he ain't been cancelled, Kenny. He's been cancelled from English football.
Yeah, he was been cancelled from English football.
And now he's playing for one of the biggest clubs in Europe.
But you're saying me. But the fact is, his girlfriend started the train wreck of events, and she's done everything she can, even getting her father involved early on to try and stop the train wreck. And it's not happened. So he can never come play her again because the British public, especially our female population, couldn't give a damn whether she's.
See, I personally think he did do it. However, the fact that they're still together, it's none of our fucking business. And the fact that he's balling out, fair play to him. Go and crack on, mate.
Yeah, but the fact is, she's done everything she can to repair the damage to his.
But how many times have we seen footballers here? We see it with that Mendy. He had 9 charges. 9 charges. He got off of every single one of them. His football career is fucked. What clubs does he play for now? He was playing at Man City.
And Lorient let him go. Lorient let him go.
There we go. His football career is in the bin. Yeah, because he got wrongly accused by 9 different people. And the court of public opinion, said bollocks. And now his Man City career fell off because of that. Then Lorient got rid of him. Where's he playing now then? Where's he playing? Has he even got a club? Yeah, and this is what I'm saying, Very easy to accuse someone of something because it's a good trend to fucking bounce on the internet. Yeah, the fact is, we weren't there. We don't know. Yeah, so you can form your own opinion, of course. However, French league, they don't give a shit because Mason's playing for their club, Marseille. Yeah, and Safe didn't. Oh, he's fucking smashing it. Do you know what? He's the first player, to score. He actually gave up a penalty as well. He gave it to one of their other new sides. He could have bagged a hat trick on his debut. He gave that penalty up and said, "No, you get a goal as well." Yeah, he could have bagged a hat trick on his first game. He scored 5 goals in his first 3 games, and he's missed a couple of sitters. I've seen one he's smashed out the stadium. Couple of assists, 5 goals. I think he's the first player to do that since I think Dimitri Payet. I think it was Dimitri Payet and Luis Suarez. Yeah, I think he's the first player to score in his first 3 games since them. Yeah, maybe Balotelli as well, or maybe that was the first. I can't remember. I was watching it on the Liga YouTube channel last night. Yeah, there's so many players that have been wrongfully accused of shit. Yeah, right. But you don't see the same level of, oh, I'm sorry, we wrongly accused you online, and nobody comes out and says that, do they? Yeah. Who knows whether he done it? We don't fucking know. We weren't there, mate.
Lee, one thing in life is true. Once a smear is there, there's no going back. The smear doesn't matter. If any
I'll tell you something though, Kenny. Yeah, he's going to rip it up this season, and off of the back of that, yeah, Marseille are a massive club. We all know that. Yeah, they're a massive football club, but he won't be there next season. He'll have a fucking top fucking club next season.
Yeah, but he won't play for. He can't play for England again. He has to play for Jamaica.
Yeah, but he's only played once for England. He can now play for Jamaica.
Mm.
He can change his allegiance to Jamaica. He's played one game for England for the first team, so he can swerve to Jamaica. Do you know what I'm saying? Let me grab these super chats, lads. Yeah. Liverpool look good ahead of us now. They are class. Big up to Matt, bro. 7 goals scored, 0 conceded. What phase is Arnie in? Because they look like they're playing better ball than us in phase 5.
Diaz looked pretty good yesterday, man. Diaz looked real good yesterday.
It's okay. You have Nico, Gyökeres, and Alvarez on the bench. Scary Arsenal. Yeah. Big up Timber, bro. Big up Nadir. It's City, Madrid, Inter, Atleti ranking for the Champions League. Hope you're all well. It's quite a bad that the window I waited. If you get a 9, and I was happy after Friday. I think, yeah, I'm translating it. But yeah, I kind of get what you say. If we'd got signed a number 9, you'd be worried. But we did not, because we didn't. Bless you, bro. City fear LFC more. They don't rate Arteta. Why would they rate Arteta? Since they've let him go to Arsenal, they've done a 4P and a treble. Yeah, maybe we should go and get that Kevin Keegan lookalike who sits on the bench next to him now.
Hey, Lee, you know, everybody like to laugh and talk about Ten Hag, man. You know, everybody else like to laugh and talk about Arteta. Keep Arteta. Because we ain't going to be competitive. We ain't winning nothing no time soon.
Let's be fair. Be fair, mate. Nobody's frightened of Arteta.
None.
No, Brighton's scared.
Yeah. Brighton's scared. He's got absolutely no respect. You don't deserve it. Right. And half the problem, and I've said this for the last 2.5, 3 years, the reason we don't attract top flight footballers is because the management have not got any respect.
None.
Edu's a clown. Edu is an absolute bloody clown. Arteta doesn't have the respect of foreign players. And one of the problems he's got, in my opinion, this is my opinion, is because the way he's treated certain players who've now left the club and moved on with their career, right? These players talk to each other. And if you've got a player that suddenly, Arsenal are in for me. I said this with Aubameyang, right? When he left, right? And I'm sure players are talking to him, how was your time at Arsenal? And he probably sat there and went, absolute dog shit. You don't want to play for him. He's arrogant.
And this is the thing, Jez. They all talk to each other, yeah? Right? William Saliba's going off to France national team, yeah? He's sitting there with Camavinga. Camavinga's won everything. Yeah, he's sitting there with all these players that have won shit, yeah, for Real Madrid and other places, yeah? Right? Do you think his head's not getting turned? If we don't win nothing this season, do you think Real Madrid are not coming in for him when Rudiger's like probably on his last legs the next season or two? Yeah, Militao and Saliba as their centre-back pairing. Yeah, I'm sorry, mate. Yeah, we will sell him as well because we'll take the money. And then what will happen is our fan base goes, he's a snake.
Oh, yeah.
He's a snake. Yeah. Let's be real.
All players, look, we've seen it time in memoriam, right? All players come to a point in time where they think, I'm not going nowhere here. I've got a short career. I want to move on. I want to win trophies. I want to go places. I want success. You know, we've seen it with Henry. Yes, all right. Invincibles, FA Cups, blah,
Fabregas.
Blah.
Ashley
Fabregas.
Cole, even though he was winning, he said, see you later. You want to pay me $5,000 a week more? Fuck off.
Nazari.
Van Persie. You know, got pissed off, walked out. Yeah, we've seen it. There's so many Arsenal players that get to the point. Anelka got pissed off, moved on. Right? Yeah. Adi Boyar, you know, he got the
Nasri, Clichy, Sagna.
Yeah.
We could list a whole 2 squads full of players, mate. Yeah, and look how many of these players, not just even in that era. Look at the players that this manager has let go, Jez. Look how many players this manager has let go that have gone on to win stuff since they've left.
Yeah.
Yeah, David Luiz, Bellerin, Aubameyang. Like, fucking what we doing here? Like, Bellerin's won a league and a cup. Yeah, Aubameyang's won a league. Yeah. Like, David Luiz has won the Champions League of Europe, of South America, I think.
Did Guendouzi win anything? Did Guendouzi win anything? Because I think he might have. He might have
possibly. Kolasinac won something. He won the Europa League last season. Yeah, like we've got loads of them. Yeah, Giroud's fucking won a shit ton since he's left. Yeah, I'm not saying that this manager got rid of him, but
Granit Xhaka
did a fucking. He's won 3 trophies out of the 4 that were available last season, or in the last 12 months. He's won 3 of them. You know what I'm saying? Look how many players that. Yeah, look how many players. We've done it time and time and time again. Pepe won the AFCON. Like, we've done it so many times. Emi Martinez, that's the biggest fuck up of all, by the way. Yeah, we've done 100 million quid on goalkeepers, and we had him on our club, and we sold him for 16 million.
10 goalkeepers is 5 years. 10 and 5.
It's pathetic, man. It is absolutely pathetic. But
it's Arsenal a feeder club. It's Arsenal a feeder club, dude. We still a feeder club.
We like Ajax. We like Ajax. People remember about Ajax is a selling club. So is Arsenal.
We're doing exactly what we laughed at Tottenham for. Yeah, with a nearly club that put the pressure on. Then the players, we sell them, and they all go on and win stuff. Yeah, didn't our fans sit there and laugh at Tottenham for doing this under Poch or just before Poch? And whilst Poch was there, he got them Champions League final. We got the pressure on against Leicester, same as us, by the way. Yeah, and got them to a couple of semis in the odd final. Yeah, what's the difference? Oh, we've done 700 mil, which is 500 mil more than he spent.
What did I tell you during the broadcast? I said, don't be surprised. I don't want anybody in the chat to be caught off guard when Trossard hands in that transfer request come January.
Well, I hope he does.
He's out of here.
When's the loan window shut?
I think he already has.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
Why would a Saudi club come and bid for him right on deadline down the Saudi League deadline day? Why would they suddenly, out of all of the wingers in the world, we go for Trossard? They've obviously had their heads up, haven't they?
Yeah, but I think there's been issues with Trossard from when he came to the club because he believes, whether you agree with it or not, he believes he should be starting ahead of Martinelli. He shouldn't be retained. He feels that if he's not given he feels that as soon as he starts games, it doesn't go well for him. He either gets subbed or he gets dropped.
You know, Kenny, I think you can go all the way back to when he first got here. I honestly believe had he played him when we first got him, when we first had him, when he was on form coming from Brighton, we probably having a different discussion about titles. But the manager completely washed him out of the lineup, and it's been in and out ever since. Since that year, it's been in and out. You
know what I think it is, Matt. I think Trossard's problem is his name isn't Mudryk. Let's not forget, Mudryk was always his first choice. And the club let it be known to anyone who would listen. Fans from new media or the conventional media, and especially Sky Sports, BBC, TNT, ESPN, NBC, where you are, they let everyone know that they were bidding for Mudryk. They even let the public know how much they were bidding for Mudryk. They really wanted that player. Mikel really wanted that guy at the football club. The only reason why Mudryk couldn't come to Arsenal is over his salary. Chelsea offered him. You know, let's face it, they don't offer him that much. I don't know what he was on, but he certainly wasn't on 50 grand a week in Shakhtar. So he probably wanted to pay maybe another 30 or 40 grand. He got that at Chelsea, and he went to Chelsea instead of us. If you take away the fact that it probably hasn't worked out for him in Chelsea, let's not forget that he would have been our player had we got the money in, and then there'd be no Trossard. And I do think that the manager looks at Martinelli and Trossard and thinks, nah, not my first choice. And I think Martinelli will wear that because he's happy to play at a big club and fight for his place. Trossard at the age of 29, 30 isn't. That's the fact that I think he's tried to engineer a move to Saudi. I think this is all Trossard engineering it. And Arsenal said, no, you're not going anywhere because you're staying put because we need you because we're short in a forward line.
This is why
I'd spit my dummy out. I'd say fuck off.
This is why I say I would cut the spigot off when it comes to Arteta spending any more money. 800 million pounds has been spent, and this is the mess we in. This is crazy. Yes. Y'all understand how crazy this sounds? That we don't have when you spend 800 million, we're supposed to be talking about world-class players in this team. We're supposed to be talking about the best of the best, creme de la creme, and here we are still talking about squad players.
The best players we've got in this squad were here before we got here.
Facts.
Let's just be real with it. Saka, Saliba.
And he was trying to get rid of Saliba at one point. People forget that too.
Mad. Let me grab the super chats real quick. Smash these likes up. There's 1,200 in here. Come on, let's get on it, guys. When Pep leaves Man City, Sanchez arrives. What will be the excuse if City wins the double this season and surpasses Arsenal's trophy cabinet? Yeah, if they win 2 trophies this season, I think they overtake us on total trophies. And if Chelsea get their act together, then I think they're only a few behind. We could be the 5th biggest in England.
Whose fault is that? Whose fault is that?
It's the Arsenal mentality. It's the Arsenal mentality for me. It's the mentality.
Yeah, but that comes back to the fans.
Yep.
Yeah, that comes back to the fans. Kenny, I was watching Real Madrid last night. Yeah, Matty, did you watch that game? You see that?
I watched the whole game because I watched the whole game.
How many times did you hear them fans whistling and jeering and booing?
Well, when they went off at halftime, buddy, you could hear it. I mean, you could hear it as plain as day. If he had not scored that goal last night,
Lordy.
They ready to swallow him up last night.
Mate, I'll tell you, he had a stinker last night. The whole team did. The best player on the pitch was Valverde. But all the way through that first half, I'd say after about 26 minutes, they were jeering and they were booing and they were whistling in the crowd. Yeah, at 0-0. Yeah, against Betis. Yeah, why? Because they got fucking standards. It's Real Madrid. We're supposed to be slapping Betis. Blah blah blah. The referee. Oh, he cost us the game against Brighton. The conkies are sitting there pissing themselves. Job done again, lads. Doesn't matter. We don't need to win anything. Yeah, mad.
Rinse and repeat. Around and round and round we go.
Big up Daryl, bro. Arsenal were robbed by Arteta.
Lee, what's funny is as I was I think it was Saeed I was listening to earlier today. Yeah, it was Saeed because he said 3 years. I kept hearing him say 3 years. And I just stopped and I said to myself, damn, that sounds like us. Because we were saying that 3 years ago. Now it's 5 years. And we're still saying the same thing. This is crazy. How things have just went down the toilet.
You know how ironic it is? Well, the exception of Saka, who was an unused substitute in 2020, none of those players are one, and Rice, and Partey, all of the other players haven't won anything in their careers.
Nope.
Nothing.
On the starting 11. 29ers. Yeah, 29ers.
It's 29, 20, all right, 4. But that's it. But all right.
Yeah, Ben White's won nothing. Raya won a Euros, but he was sat on the bench. He played 1 game.
Yeah, you can't give him that. But I'm talking about in terms of club football.
Club football. Raya's won nothing. White's won nothing. Gabriel's won nothing. Saliba's won nothing. Yeah. Odegaard's won 1 trophy. That was at Sociedad, so we can allow him that because he was played in the cup final. Yeah, so we'll allow him that. Martinelli's won nothing. And Saka's won nothing because he never played in the semi or the final.
Yeah, but he got a medal, though, innit?
Yeah. So we can give him the medal. Fair enough, because he played in the 3 games. He never played in the semi or the final, but we'll give him the medal. We'll give him the medal.
You think about
it. And we're supposed to be beating Man City with that. They've won more in the last 3 years than probably that whole combined squad have won in their careers.
You know the situation is...
Like the starting 11.
You know the North London derby, that's a must-win. Because if we go further behind Man City, then it's going to be a situation that if Arsenal want to win this league, they've got to win... beat Liverpool home and away, beat Man City home and away in order to even contend for this league. That's got to be in the in tray because they've probably got to do that anyway. Because as I said before, there's no margin for error. I don't think you can even drop a point. That's how.
If we lose 4 games this season, Kenny, we're done. Because we lost 5 last season, and Man City lost 3. Yeah, they dropped points in 10 games. I think we dropped points in about 10 games. Yeah, whatever. But we lost. How many games did we draw last season? Smash these likes up, guys. The lads are in the
team. I tell you what, we drew at Main Road, drew at Anfield, drew at home to Fulham.
We drew 5 games and dropped. Lost 5 games. Yeah. So we both dropped points in 10 games. The difference is they only lost 3. Right? Yeah. If we lose more than 4 games this season, or 4, let's just say 4 games, we're finished. Yeah. And that is the difference. Yeah. That is the difference, right? As to why we're that nearly team and they're not. Because they won't. Kenny, they were poor last season, Man City, and they only lost 3 league games. And one of them was a deflection at our ground off a Martinelli shot.
Well, let's not forget, before the World Cup, they got bullied by Brentford on a counter-attack. Ivan Toney was beat at the Etihad. We were the team that was in the ascendancy, but they started their comeback by beating us in the Emirates that season. And after that, maybe subconsciously, our players believed even though we had the points in the bag, I don't think our players believed they could win the league from that game. They played well.
Let me grab the super chats real quick, Kenny. Big up Chad Tanya. Liverpool can win the Champions League with Anfield behind them. Hey, listen, Liverpool in the Champions League, you can never rule them out, bro. You can never rule them out. And it's what it is, isn't it? It is what it is. You know that that's kind of like having an extra man, isn't it? Big up to AK. Go on, mate.
Just for Liverpool, they played heavy metal football, which I don't think is sustainable for Europe on a consistent basis. And they got to 3 finals with heavy metal football. Can you imagine how they're gonna sort of like play it out in the Champions League with their heavy metal footballers plus a guy with proper European tactics? They're going to be dangerous, man.
Kenny,
I think they will, but at the same time, their squad's not great. As soon as they get a couple of injuries to key players, they're done.
Bit like us.
Yes. They never did anything. They signed 1 player, mate, and he's injury prone.
They play a lot of possum. I can already tell this year they're going to play a lot of possum. That, you know what, Lee? What you saw yesterday with Liverpool and Manchester United, that was eerily similar to how we looked in the preseason when we played them. We watched that game, and it was that one pass, bam, 1 pass, boom, done. And I expect to see a lot of that this season out of them.
Yeah, big up AK, man. Big up Lee and the panel. I want to sum up one word about Arsenal. Rodri said it last season. They have no cojones, no winning mentality. Where have we heard that before? Oh, yeah, Troy Deeney. Yeah, exactly. Big up AK, man. Big up Lee. You guys are legends. Much respect for you. Quality name as well, my friend. Big up Lee. Appreciate it, mate. Thank you. Big up AK as well. Would be great. Would be glad to take Tierney at City. But he's always injured. Good one. Big up to you, bro. And I want to highlight this comment real quick before I get the last super chat. He's talking about Saliba here. Yeah, he said he wasn't ready. Okay, so was Callum Chambers better than Saliba when we loaned him out? Was Kolasinac at centre-back better than Saliba when we loaned him out? Was David Luiz better than Saliba when we loaned him out?
We had
what were we doing there? Was Mustafi better than Saliba when we loaned him out?
That was club sniffing around Saliba because they thought Arteta would let him go. So don't fool yourself.
He was ready to start as soon as we signed him. Yeah, and fucking we loaned him out. Yeah, because the manager didn't rate him. Yeah, and then lo and behold, he went and smashed it in that league. And then he brought him back. And then he loaned him again and he smashed it again. He thought, oh, fuck. Yeah, I've got a couple of bums at centre-back. Like, oh, fuck, Pablo Marie and all this stuff. I better bring him back. Yeah, and he's got lucky with that signing. Well, not signing. He's got lucky with that because it's only the fact that Saliba done so well. Yeah, has done so well that Ben White's still not a centre-back. Yeah, and he's got lucky with that because Ben White's awful at centre-back. We see that in his first season. He was shit.
Terrible.
Yeah? Right back, he's very good. But he's stumbled across that because Saliba's done so well. Yeah, so both of them positions, he's got extremely lucky. Yeah, it's a joke. Big up RB as well, man.
Ben White's got lucky that, you know, Timber is still feeling himself in this league. And it could be a situation with Timber's injury to his knee. Will Timber be explosive as he was when he first came to the club?
Mate, he's been shit in every game.
But
Every game I've seen him apart for this season, not last year. He looked good in the. You look at the bits that he played.
Yeah, that's the thing. Where's that explosiveness we saw in pre-season last year? We haven't. Could it be the injury?
Not only that, he's not a fucking left back.
Yeah, he's not.
Why does this guy keep buying left backs? Why does he keep buying centre backs to play at left back? Because he's trying to copy Pep. The difference is Pep's 2 years in front of him every time.
But his best position is right centre back and right back.
Right back, yeah.
He should be changing.
Calafiori. How many games did Calafiori play at left back last season? Does anyone know? Let me have a look and I'll read the super chat.
I think I only saw him at centre half. I only saw him as a back.
I only see him in the Euros. I don't watch, but actually, I lie. I watched 2 Bologna games on a watch along. Yeah, I didn't notice him. There we go. He was either that good. Yeah, he was either that good. Yeah, or I just didn't realise he was on the pitch. Calafiori stats. Let's see how many times he's played at left back. Yeah, run through these likes, people. Run through these likes. And make sure you follow the guys' channels. Jez's channel is pinned, Arsenal History and More. Matty's channel is pinned, Southern Gooner. And Kenny's Instagram is also pinned. It's pinned comment in the chat, lads. Right. Let's see how many times this guy has played at, if it loads, at left back.
I think a guy called Gunay Topal said that he's only played 6 games at left back for last season.
Let's have a look. Yeah, big up, bro.
Yeah,
Gunay. Yeah, big up, bro. Yeah, left back. He's actually played more games in his career than he has at centre back. Left mid, he's played 9 times. Right back twice. This includes like youth, under 17s, or everything. Yeah, under 17C. Yeah, this has gone his whole career from like under 17s. Right, so it doesn't show you on transfer marks his actual professional career. It just shows you everything. Yeah, so he's played 43 times at centre back, 49 times at left back. When I've seen him come on, in fact, let me go to his season last season. We go 23-24. When I see him come on the other day against Villa, he looked erratic. You know, when I see him come on at the weekend, him and Zinchenko were ducking out of headers. Right, so centre back last season, 29 and 6 at left back. Big up for the stats, bro. Bless. Yeah, bless. But yeah, I ain't really judging that player until I see him properly, and I don't think we will, because I don't think he's going to start every week. Yeah, he's going to be another Tomiyasu, a utility player. Yeah, and let's just be honest with it. We're in the stage where we don't need utility players. We need finished article, experts in their fucking position players. Yeah, because when you look around that pitch at Man City, every single one of their players is a finished article player. Yeah, even Rico Lewis, the way that manager has managed Rico Lewis's career is fucking A1, mate. Yeah, same with Phil Foden. There's a reason Phil Foden's won everything, and he don't play every week. When you see our fans sitting online, yeah, they sit there and go, oh, but who's going to come in openly willing to sit on the bench and just be a bench player, and because Saka's going to start every week? Why the fuck should Saka start every week? Yeah, because I tell you what, Jack Grealish don't start every week.
But who else we got, mate?
Well, this is what it is. And this club listen to this fan base, which is why they don't do enough. Because the fan base is just happy with top 4.
One thing about, obviously this is an Arsenal show, but Phil Foden is ill. I repeat, Phil Foden is ill. He's ill. He's got an illness, Phil Foden.
Yeah, his illness is we don't need him because Arsenal was shit and Liverpool was shit. Yeah, so we'll just rest him up for a couple of weeks.
What is this illness that Phil Foden has?
Yeah, overdosing on trophies. That's what it is. Yeah. He's won more trophies than most players, mate. Yeah, like he's won about 18 trophies.
You just waited. You just waited a couple of weeks here. You wait about a couple of weeks here, and you'll see him. You're gonna see Phil Foden on display in a couple of weeks. You just
hope so. I hope so, because I don't want to be zooed.
No, do you know what though? Yeah, you're right. What's this mystery illness? Yeah, it's not. He ain't ill. How's he? Maybe he's got a cold. He's got the sniffles. Yeah, okay, cool, whatever. Pep's a genius, mate. Yeah, and this manager is so far behind him. It's crazy. Do you imagine sitting next to somebody for that long, and you've still not got a clue what you're doing? You've sat and trained.
Lee, look, you know what?
I think he did play Community Shield. Yeah.
You know the analogy I could use. It's like if Lee, Jez, and Kenny, all of us are adults. We've all worked. It's just like you know that the company is bringing in somebody to try to take your job. You're going to teach them everything except how to actually do their job. And that's literally what Pep has done to Arteta. He's like, oh, I'll teach you how to put the cones out. I'll teach you how to do everything else but how to win. I'm not going to teach you how to win. You got to learn how to do that on your own.
But even so, Matty, yeah, like you're a photographer and a very good one, yeah. You've probably seen people coming into the job, yeah, and blah blah blah. It's like somebody's like, it's like when I fell out with Staffy for a little bit about redirects and shit like that, yeah. Right? It's like if you've worked hard to do something in your entire career, like Pep, yeah, you were average. Well, I wouldn't say he was average. That's a lie. I'll take it back. He was a very good footballer, yeah, but he wasn't a world class footballer. He was a very good footballer.
He was solid.
He was a solid, decent player, yeah. But he's an unbelievable manager. When you've got somebody coming in, you know he's sat on the bench, and you know he wants to have a career in football, right? That is like somebody when I've had this channel 6 years saying, and they've just started the channel. Oh, can you redirect to me? No. Yeah, that's like Pep. I ain't giving you all the tricks. I ain't giving you all the fucking customers. And it's like you, Matty. You're a photographer. That's like you saying, "No, I'm having the weekend off," and they go, "Oh, can I have all your clients this weekend?"
Absolutely
no, you fucking can't. You're the apprentice, mate.
Yeah.
That's like you, Jez, when you had your business. Yeah, that's like you hire an apprentice. Yeah, and then you go, and they go, "Oh yeah, I'm doing a little bit of side work this weekend. Can I take this client, Jez? Can I take that?" Say fuck off.
No.
Yeah, say piss off, innit? Yeah, real talk. Yeah, real talk. At the end of the day, yeah, if you look at how Man City have started this season, right, they are playing with touchline wingers that actually have their directness. Yeah. I don't rate Doku one bit. The one thing I'll say is he causes panic because of how quick he is. Yeah, but he's not very good. Yeah, is he better than Martinelli? Probably not. Yeah, I don't think he is. But you could make a case that he's better than Martinelli. Yeah, you could make a case he's better than Martinelli because Martinelli's been shit for the last 18 months, which is the whole time Doku's been here, or just over a year. In that time, Doku's probably outperformed him. He's definitely outperformed him with trophies. Yeah, and performances, he's probably over the last 18 months, 12 months or so, been better than Martinelli. So you could make a case that he's better than Martinelli. On the other side, yeah, they didn't have anybody there last season that could take a man on down the wing. They had Bernardo there, they had Foden there. Yeah, they played, what's his name there? What's his fucking name? It's gone. Anyway, yeah, they never had anyone that can on the right wing. They never had anyone there last season. It was
Alvarez. Tried Alvarez, didn't they?
Alvarez. It went Oscar Bob. That's who I was thinking of. Yeah,
Oscar Bob. Is he injured?
But even then, yeah. Right. When you look at Oscar Bob, he's at the start of his career. He was never going to play week in, week out under Pep because Pep's trying to nurture him the same as he's done with Rico Lewis, same with Foden. This Savio lad, if he's fit, he's playing. Yeah. If he's fit, he's playing. Why? Because he's so technically sound. Yeah. He can drag you up the pitch. He can slow the game down, but then bang, he can go round you real quick and he can cross a ball. Yeah. Where's our player that does that in our team? Because Saka very rarely takes his man on and hasn't got the explosiveness or the tech ability that kid's got. I'm not saying Saka's a bad player because he ain't. Yeah. But every time Saka wants to come inside and link with Odegaard and do a quick 1-2. Yeah, or he'll drop the shoulder, and he's very good at dropping that shoulder, and that's his signature move. Drop the shoulder and whip it, yeah? And it works for him, and fair play, right? But why are we still playing like that? Why? Because this manager's 2 years behind Pep or a year behind Pep. When you look at their back four, how many of them have been inverting recently? We're still doing this inverted shit, by the way.
Yeah, you know it's different this year. When I watch Man City, they are absolutely ruthless this year. It is.
Yeah, but they're more direct. They're playing how they played in that Centurion season.
Yeah.
That's how they're playing. I'm not saying they'll do that again, but the way they had Mahrez cooking that season, the way they had fucking De Bruyne cooking, the way Aguero, everyone, yeah, they absolutely slapped it. And that's very reminiscent of how they started this year. I'm not saying they'll go and do that.
Yeah.
But when you look at their right wing position, they've now got their Mahrez replacement. They've let Mahrez go. They never had a Mahrez replacement. Yeah, now they've sorted that.
They ripped West Ham's heart out Saturday. I just
Mate, like even the Ipswich game, Matty, yeah. That Ipswich game, they went 1-0 up, and it was like, well, we know this is just going to anger them, yeah. 10 minutes later, 3-1.
Yeah,
and it's like you don't. Haaland's nodding the ball around the goalkeeper and tapping it in. Yeah, chipping the gear, doing this, he's doing that. And it's just like when we're going clean through on goal, yeah, we know he ain't scoring.
That second goal by Haaland Saturday.
No, that was ridiculous. That was fucking ridiculous. Where's our striker that can do that? Oh, we don't have a striker. Sorry, my bad. We don't have a striker. Big up RB, bro. Salutation to all the real ones. Mad respect. We are still where we were years ago, and until Edu, Richard, and Vinay are moved on. Vinay's gone, to be fair, which is why Garlic's now the CEO. At this level, we should not expect to retain the big names in this squad by the end of the season. I totally agree, RB. Bless up as well, bro. Yeah, like until we sort that hierarchy out from the very top.
Shout out to the Avatar, by the way. Shout out to the Avatar.
Yeah, proper cover.
Nothing is going to change. That's the problem. This is frustration. Now, this is what I'm. This is me, right? And I'm controversial, and I don't care, right? By Christmas, we are going to be in deep diggy doo doo, right? Because our squad is way too weak. We're only a few injury, one or two away from capitulation. And I'm going to say this right there, here, right now. I wouldn't be at all surprised by Christmas. Yeah, we'll be in 5th, 6th.
Yeah, that's real talk, by the way, Jed. I'm right there with you. I'm right there with you, Jed. It's going to be a rough year this year. That's what I've been saying the whole time. It's going to be a rough year. Those fixtures, people keep talking about the City game. League went down a couple of more games. Y'all saw that what was coming after that. It is nonstop this year, y'all. We don't have the luxury of the fixture list like we had the last 2 seasons.
We don't have a winter break.
No.
Nope. We have 2 extra games in the Champions League.
Nowhere to hide this year. Nowhere to hide. There's nowhere to hide.
Hey, I've been calling for a winter break, and but as I said, the day, you can't put the genie back in the bottle, because the fact is money talks in football. The reason why we got the revamped Champions League is because we tried to set up a Super League 3 years ago. Let's not forget. It seems like people in this country conveniently forgotten that Arsenal were part of that cartel, as was Man City, as was Man United, as was Spurs, as was Chelsea. All the big clubs, what we call the Big Six, all of them were involved. I know, actually, Spurs once asked. I stand corrected. Spurs weren't asked. Out of all, it was the Big Five, with the exception of Spurs. So all 5 of those clubs were having clandestine meetings with Juventus,
Real Madrid, Barcelona,
Atleti, and they were going to go. They had a deal in place with a merchant bank. Plus, all they needed was a TV deal. Then all of a sudden, the super fans started crying. Sky did a very good job in orchestrating.
Yeah, that was quite funny, actually, that Kenny, because Sky Sports wasn't banned in Spain. In my region, I could actually, I could hear and see everything on Sky Sports YouTube channel that day. Funny that, because if I go to Sky Sports Football now, it don't come up. I'm not allowed to see anything.
Exactly, because of what they did. Because they got the most northern. They got the most northern. Like I said, commentators to actually fight their cause. They got Carragher, working class guy from Sefton in Merseyside, and they got Gary Neville from Bury in Greater Manchester. Albeit they have multi-millionaires, but they had the working class thing with their nice northwest accents. That's what it was, and it was successful.
That's what I say. Sky Sports are the biggest single fucking issue in English football.
But look what's happened since then. What Sky Sports got out of it? The Champions League rights have gone to Amazon in his country in TNT, and the highlights have gone to the BBC. Sky have missed out. Sky never promote the Champions League at all, ever, because they're trying to say, "Oh, don't worry, with your Sky subscriptions, you can watch every game of the Championship live." Every game in League 2 and League 3 live. That's it. League 1 and League 2. That's it.
That's crazy. Big up to... Go on, Jez.
Mention something here, right? Guy in your chat, Brian Toomey. This guy typifies the absolute arsewipe Arsenal fan. What do you mean we were robbed? Stop pretending you're an Arsenal fan. You door-to-door window salesman, a beggar begging for lights. Now, Brian, let me just tell you this one thing, fella. Right? It doesn't matter what you do in life. It doesn't matter what you do in life. Because at the end of the day, if you're good at what you do, you will succeed. It's quite obvious to me that you're jealous. And you...
Right, not only that, he's subscribed to comment. Cheers, mate.
That's Peter Haywood again.
Yeah.
No, that's not Peter Haywood, because right at the end of the day, fella, let me tell you this one thing right now. In life, you have to have ambition, and if you've got ambition, you will succeed. And it's obvious to me, fella, you will never succeed at anything. Probably not even wiping your ass. So don't come in here and insult people that have got more knowledge, more brain power than you'll ever have in your life.
No, I agree. I agree with him though, Jez. Arsenal were robbed. We were robbed of a striker this window.
Okay,
we were robbed of a proper transfer window. Yeah, we were robbed of a
the success the last 2 years. Hey,
we were robbed of a title.
Yeah, 93%. We were robbed. You're right. We were robbed.
Yeah, we were robbed. We were robbed, mate.
I'm sorry, mate. I'm sorry. We weren't robbed. And at the end of the day, man, we were. Well, I'm talking about the Brighton.
We were robbed of our stadium. That's a great comment.
I was just going to point him out. Yeah, he's spot on right there. This fella right here.
That's a great comment. We're robbed of our stadium. Big up to Luke, man. Can't stand Arteta. Do you guys think Edu has hung him out to dry this season? I genuinely think Arteta himself isn't happy with the transfer window. Well, maybe he should call it out then, because I guarantee he signs a new contract.
Yeah. Don't take the money. Yeah. If you're not satisfied, don't take the money.
Yeah, because he's got 1 year left on his contract. So fuck it. No, I'm not signing.
Look, what's happened? I think Arteta has been briefed about what the situation is. He would have had the conversation.
He knows. He knew what was going on this summer.
Conversation with the money men about the PSR and saying, mate, your squad's you got to, if you want to get the players you want, we're going to have to get rid of some of your players. So, for instance, he's probably given a list of players. They probably said get rid of one of the players that feature in our first 11. He probably refused. He said, all right, then you're going to have to see how much you get for Smith Rowe, Eddie, or Nelson, one of those players. I'm sure that conversation must have occurred between Arteta and the money men. Because let's face it, one of our assets, especially playing the first 11, we'll get the lowest we'll get for some of our assets is about 60 million. But Arteta ain't going to do that because we'll go mad. But I'm sure that he would have had that conversation where one of them would try to talk him into doing that. If
we've seen him sat on that all for nothing. They've all been sat around the table talking about transfers and shit like that. He's part of the transfer committee. He knew what the budget was and he knew what was going on this summer. Yeah. Now, I do think that maybe we missed out on targets that we wanted. And that is down to the fact that the hierarchy are not good enough to do their jobs either. Yeah, but at the same time, if he's angry and if he's angry and upset by it, don't sign the contract and leave on a free in the summer.
Yep.
Yeah. Roll up. Big up Sean O'Riordan. I don't know what you meant by that comment, bro. But yeah, big up for the super chat. But listen, we are going to wrap this up. We've done 2 hours. Fucking hell, it's gone rapid. And I appreciate all three of you guys for giving up 2 hours, plus everyone in the chat as well, including the mutants. We're going to redirect to Dan Potts. He's on the Race for Europe show. It's just started, 13 minutes ago or so. The aim of Elite Sport is to win trophies, and this guy's won 1 out of 18. But Jez, always a pleasure, bro. What you got coming up this week, mate?
9 o'clock tonight, I'm doing a show about was it a red card? Controversy. I like to do the controversial stuff now and again. Wednesday night, called 6 o'clock, the weekly chat show with Kenny. And Aaron's joined us. If you boys are about, you're more than welcome. Of course, you know that. Matty will be there, yeah. Also,
when's the international games? When's the international games start?
They start this weekend.
Friday.
So it's not. There's no midweek ones, no.
No midweek games. No.
So, all right, Jersey, count me in. I'll be there.
6 o'clock Wednesday. Thank you, Lee, Matty, and Kenny. As always, young Aaron, who's starting his own channel.
Good name.
He's going to do his first channel on the Tottenham game. So I'm going to be joining him for his first live show. Yeah, and I'm going to be doing a lot more stuff this week. And of course, we've got the Boar Fest of international football. But
England are playing the Republic of Ireland. That's going to be a good game, isn't it?
I'm going to do watch longs, Kenny. I will be doing.
Yeah, I'll do a few. But by the way,
Declan
Jez,
Rice.
I might not be able to make it, Jez. I might have to do Gibraltar versus Andorra on Wednesday.
Hey, Kenny,
I'm joking, Jez. I'm joking.
it'll be a good one for Declan Rice, Kenny.
Oh, the Declan Rice derby. I wonder which national anthem he's going to sing.
I'm going to do watch longs actually for Spain. Actually,
They're playing Serbia on Thursday.
they actually.
Have you got Premier TV, Jess? You got Premier because we can't get the only international games we can get in this country in England are the England games, and that's on Channel 4. Apart from that, you can't get the home nations of Ireland. You have to buy Premier TV here.
Nah,
Just get a VPN, man. Yeah, big up my boy Halimi. That VPN is mad. Yeah, big ups to him.
Hey, now here's a question for you boys. Right, this is an absolute shit show con. Right, I've got a Discovery One Plus, whatever you bloody want to call it, and it says on their channel you can watch TNT Sports. So I was going to do the channel Champions League draw, right?
Yeah.
Bing Sport weren't showing it, so I went, oh, that's cool. So I've set all up my Discovery Plus. That's it, Discovery Plus. Yeah. As soon as it went live, you have to upgrade your to a premium pack.
That is a con. That is a con.
Jez, the Champions League draw. The Champions League draws on UEFA.com website for free.
I didn't know that at the time. I did not know that. So Mugface here, right? I thought, right, I'm going live. What can I do? £30.99 that cost me.
No way.
Wow.
Yep. 1 month subscription. 1 month.
No
and
way.
I've got to cancel it, right, before it gets automatically renewed. Yeah. Bloody disgrace, man. That's an absolute con.
Mate, do you know what? Halimi gave me a VPN, yeah, because I don't get every Spanish game on DAZN and Movistar. Sometimes they don't have certain games. Yeah, but on Amazon Prime Video, yeah, for £7.99 a month, you get every single La Liga game. So I signed in with Halimi's fucking VPN, yeah, and then signed in with Dave's Amazon Prime Video. Watch every single game. £7.99 he pays for that. You get every La Liga game. Every La Liga game. England are getting fucking robbed, mate. You're getting robbed for all these fucking channels. Trust me. Like, to do all the Prem, and you don't even get all the Prem.
England game's free though. It's on free tier TV on Channel 4. But you know what
Spanish games would be free to air, I'd imagine, on our TV Play, yeah, which is national TV here. But you probably need a VPN for that.
Yeah, but I just want to say that I'm getting great punditry on Channel 4 from Joey Cole, Jermaine Defoe, and Jill Scott.
No wonder there's so many people tuning in to watch alongs, Kenny.
I get all the French leagues. I get German on Bing Sport, right? The only reason they just didn't show the Champions League draw, which I thought that's a bit of a shit show. But man, that is con, man. That Discovery Plus, man. So
I thought that was an animal channel.
No. I think what's happened is that I've got on my Discovery, because I've got on my Discovery on my phone and on my TV, I do get BT Sport, but that's because on my Sky package, one of my Sky packages, it comes with BT Sport, and then another Sky package I had to buy BT Sport separately.
If I cancelled BT Sport a year ago, because when I got Bing Sport 2 years ago, I suddenly thought, hang about, I'm paying 75 quid a year, and I'm getting everything on Bing, damn near. Why am I paying 20 or 30 quid a month on BT Sport, which is now TNT, right? Why am I doing that? I'm not doing that. I cancelled it. I binned it off.
Yeah, it's the thing.
Yeah, fuck it. No, nice one.
Anyway, there you go.
No, nice one. Jez's link is in the pinned comments, guys. Kenny, always a pleasure, mate. What you got coming up? Follow Kenny's Instagram links in that pinned comment as well.
As far as I know, all I've got this week is Jez on Wednesday. It could change, but one thing I am going to do is that I've been forced by my wife to watch celebs go dating in about 40 minutes.
Oh, no.
My lord.
No.
See you later, Kenny.
I'm joking. I really got nothing to do because I'm probably a bit like you guys that I do feel bereft when there's no Premiership football or Champions League football, and that's what it's done to me. Because of the fact that the Premier League is so in your face, the international break, as much as I like international football, is an inconvenience. I even see the FA Cup draw as an inconvenience because every Saturday you get ready and you think, right, what game are you going to watch at 12:30? What game do you want to watch at 5:30? What game are you going to try and stream on your phone at 3:00? This weekend I ain't got nothing. So yeah, it's probably going to be time to reflect and probably get things done around the house.
But
it's my nephew's birthday as well. My nephew's birthday is this Saturday. So yeah, but go for a meal for him. He likes steak. So I'm going to have steak on Saturday.
Top man.
Salt Bay Restaurant, Kenny?
Yeah. Saudi Arabia.
Well, is he going to feed the steak to me? If he feeds the steak to me, I'll go there.
No. Oh, Kenny, nah, fucking, he's had a biblical stinker and hooked.
Get me back.
Matty, man, always a pleasure, bro. Always a pleasure. Matty's links pinned as well. Southern Guna, what you got coming up this week, bro?
I just started a Twitch channel today, man. So y'all go subscribe to that, man. I'll be doing breakdowns of games because I can do it over there. So I'm gonna be breaking down some of these games, going back watching film and breaking stuff down. So I'll be doing that. I'm gonna shift. Me and Line Tech's gonna shift. Our streets won't forget over there. So make sure y'all go subscribe.
Send me the link for that and I'll post it.
Yeah, will do, brother. Will do. And this week we'll probably put together something this week. I'm gonna try to cook something together Thursday or Friday this week, and just recap where we've been into, where we at these 4 games into the season. So we'll probably talk about that and getting ready for the North London United conference gallery that we're gonna be having in a couple of weeks, where everybody's gonna be getting together and enjoying themselves.
Yeah, man.
Not
gonna let them forget it. Not gonna let them forget it, bro. I mean, I'm not gonna let them forget it.
I'm gonna be relentless. I'm gonna be making all sorts of trouble. I'm gonna remind them what they did 4 months ago. I'm not gonna let it go.
I told you, I'm gonna have one score. If it ends up 1-1, the score's 2. Yeah, 1 flag, the transgender flag. Yeah, North. Yeah, I'm not even taking the piss. Yeah, I did.
That's why I'm laughing, because I know you're not.
Yeah, as soon as the score goes on, as soon as somebody scores, it's 1. As soon as it goes 2, 1-1, then the score's 2.
It's the popcorn coming back. You're gonna have popcorn right for the game.
You're gonna have some popcorn. Yeah, I'm gonna get some popcorn. Yeah, man. I'm gonna get some popcorn. I'm gonna be sitting there eating my popcorn.
What would the Arsenal fans, some of the Arsenal fans, sing? What do you think of Tottenham?
Exactly.
We love them.
They love them, mate. Yeah, they were on their knees when Son missed. They couldn't believe it. Yeah, get out of here, man. Yeah, I'm gonna have them on strings in 2 weeks' time. Big up to Jay as well. When will Odegaard get exposed? Steps on Saka's toes. Never overlaps. The winger. No creativity. Can't carry the ball. Gets bullied. Any IC3 DM.
Y'all say we rough,
bro. Absolutely fucking spot on. Yeah, he's always in the way, mate. Slows everything down, and he ain't good enough. These man compared him to fucking Ozil, who, by the way, signed for our football club on this day 11 years ago. Have Arsenal tweeted anything very quickly before we wrap this up?
You know it's, guys. Next week's show, I think we need to have a conversation about Odegaard, because I'm beginning this so far this season. I'm beginning to see what you mean about him. Because
I've been saying it since day one. He's shit, Kenny.
I know, and that's the thing. But I'm beginning to be dissatisfied with what I've been seeing in the last 3 games.
Why haven't Arsenal tweeted anything about Mesut Ozil on this day 11 years ago?
Interesting.
They've literally tweeted nothing that Mesut Ozil on this day 11 years ago signed for us. However, they have posted out captain material yesterday, and it's Odegaard arm waving. Cool with it, Urian, and it's him winning the ball. What else we got here? Oh, Gabriel Magalhaes signed for us on this day in 2020. our latest edition, and it's a picture of Raheem Sterling. Does anyone know why they ain't announced his shirt number yet? Oh, okay.
You wearing 10?
On this day in 2012, Lucas Podolski and Santi Cazorla scored their first goals as we beat
I've
Liverpool.
got some breaking news. I've got some breaking news. Germany's captain is Joshua Kimmich, and Havertz is one of the vice captains for Germany. So they're giving him some leadership.
Yeah, they're finished. Our No More Red campaign community champions, Elaine and Steve, were in attendance for Saturday's game. Okay, great chat. Oh, here we go. They've shown... Oh, here we go. Yeah, watch this very quickly and we'll wrap this up. We're going to redirect to Dan, yeah? But this is how shameless these bastards are, yeah? 29 in motion. Okay, mate, we drew the game. Fine shame. Yeah, watch this. Watch this. Nuno Tavares assists twice on Lazio debut.
Lazio got more out of it than we did.
Yeah. Look, I can't show that. Yeah, look, our latest edition. Announce this shirt number, you pussies. On this day in 2020. Yeah, look at this. Look at this. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. This is funny in a minute. Look, they put 4 pictures out about him. Can't show that. Yeah, look. Captain material. No, he ain't. He's shit. Can't show that either. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Thank you for your support. Where's the picture I'm looking for? Look, they retweeted that. Where's the fucking one I'm looking for? So look how many times they've tweeted since that draw. All of them tweets are since that draw. Fucking embarrassing, mate.
It's like a child. It's like a child. Like a child just got they took the phone, your mom's phone, and the child just tweeting away.
Heinz conceded 7 goals. There we go. Anyway, listen. Bless up to everyone locked in. I big up Faz for the raid as well. Did Faz raid? It don't come up on here anymore with the raids. I don't know why. It used to come up saying who raided, but bless up Faz. But we are wrapping this up.
Yeah, fair hit raid.
Bless up Faz, man. Bless up Faz. Appreciate it, bro. Big up Nuruddin as well. I'll text you later, man. We'll sort something out for later this week, Faz. Yeah, Nuruddin fucking still ain't text me. Yeah, still ain't text me. So I understand. I don't like people either, bruv. But we are going to redirect to Pots because we're wrapping this up. Bless up to everyone who's locked in, liked, shared, commented, subbed. Make sure you sub to the lads. Follow Kenny's Insta. Big up for the super chats. Big up for the likes, the shares. I'll have a video out later on the second channel. So keep your eyes peeled for that. But no more streams from me today. And yeah, we're out. Edu out. Arteta out. Mutants out. We're out. Win out. And spam Dan's chat with Lee Raid. We're out.
Talk about the referee is out.
Referees in.
And